It's time to wake up with a nice cup of morning roast. Featuring
Fillmore's finest, Monte Hill. The pride of the Excelsior, Joe Butcher Boy Shasky. You're listening to 95.7 The Game, the morning roast.
Once the sound, game's over. And a couple of old friends will meet at center court. Either one's got to be thrilled. Mike Budenholzer, Steve Kerr. Bucks get the win, 128-111.
You know, it's Spadone. We're going to restart the show. Cut the music. The Warriors get second billing today after that performance. The Giants, they get the headline. So let's go ahead and find the Correa highlight. Let's go ahead and play the intro over and follow it up with a Correa highlight. Go ahead and do that for me, Spadoni. Go ahead and knock that out. Because the Warriors last night just physically got punked.
They did. They got their lunch money stolen from them.
And the free throw discrepancy, you can blame the referees all you want. Guys are going to the rack. Mm-hmm. Warriors can't defend without fouling. Mm-hmm. They can't stand for their guys. It was a joke last night. So let's go ahead and restart the show. Go ahead and play the intro, Spadoni, and then we're going to come back with a Correa highlight if you can. He's shaking his head. I don't like it, Spadone. Oh, Raider. Oh, man. Spadoni let me down. He's letting me down right now.
It's time to wake up with a nice cup of morning roast. Featuring
Fillmore's finest, Monte Hill. The pride of the Excelsior, Joe Butcher Boy Shasky. You're listening to 95.7 The Game, the morning roast.
A drive to left field. Hicks is back. It's gone. A home run. Correa delivers in the eighth, and the Twins take a 2-run lead.
So that is the big story of the day. Mm-hmm. As we say, oh, baby, here on a Wednesday. The to here. It's not Joe Shasky, Butcher Boy. Oh, boy, what a show he missed. What a show he's going to miss today. It's Alan Styles in the building for Joe Shasky the Butcher. Good to have you back, Alan.
I'm glad to be back, Bonte. I was telling Spadoni, in the crossover, I did, in Shasky's honor, make a selfie video. I chickened out and I didn't post it, but
did you yell into the camera?
I did. It was very close to my face. You couldn't see all of my face, so I had to do that in order just to get in the Shasky mindset.
See, you don't have a face like Shasky. You're actually a handsome young man. Shasky, you see every little. Let me not get on my boy.
Uzi
good morning
with swagger.
Yeah, no, it's nothing. It's the opposite of swagger. Good morning, everybody out there. Mm-hmm. Oh, baby, everybody getting off their graveyard shifts, CHPs. California Highway Patrol, cops, firefighters, strippers who are getting off work, teachers, students, janitors, longshoremen, you know it, plumbers. Good morning, everybody out there. Drive safely on those roadways. Good morning to you, Alan. Good morning to Spadoni. Good morning to Sam Lubman. Lubman is feeling so good. If you look at YouTube right now and you see the banner Morning Roast, he's changed the colors. He's changed the colors of it. That's how good Lubman's going to feel. He's going to have a big head in today's show. Because my guy is walking around. You want to talk about swag. You want to talk about having a pep in his step. Mm-hmm. Why does he have a pep in his step? Because last night during our show call, Lubman and I, he goes, oh. I'm like, what's going on there? Huh? You see something on TV? You watching Baywatch or something? No. Carlos Correa signed a 13-year, $350 million deal, and the Giants land a big-time free agent, Alan. Your thoughts when you saw the news trickle down late last night?
Well, first of all, the Giants fan base, everybody had been talking about they got to do something. Then the Aaron Judge thing happens. And we're going to get into that a little bit more because it's starting to look like Aaron Judge was never going to come to the Bay.
Right.
It's starting to look like in our bubble, it seemed like he was, but everybody else was thinking that wasn't going to happen. Mm-hmm. Carlos Correa, you had to overpay. You did overpay. And if you're a Giants fan, and you're asking, we need to do more, or saying we need to do more, I get it, but if you look at what they did going into this offseason, it could be a lot worse. There's
Right.
still work to do, but it could be a lot worse. So Carlos Correa, you get your shortstop of the future. Very interested to see what happens to Brandon Crawford next season. Obviously, another year on his deal. You got Marco Luciano coming up. I'm saying close your eyes, Bonte. Close your eyes. The year's 2026.
I'll close it.
Kyle Harrison, okay, throws a double play ball. Carlos Correa grabs it at short, hands it off to Marco Luciano. They turn two to win the World Series. How about that?
Wow.
How about
Going
that?
There, 2026. Huh?
2026.
6'4", 220 pounds. Carlos Correa is a baller. I think his postseasons have just been magical. Mm-hmm. Just magical. In 6 years in the playoffs, 16 series, 272 batting average, 18 home runs, 59 RBI. 59 RBI, as this is a Warrior Wednesday, brought to you by SFO. Go fly SFO.com/winter for your chance to win $1,000 towards a nonstop flight from SFO today. Carlos Correa, he's a postseason baller. Mm-hmm. Now, if you look at the numbers in the regular season, he's never hit more than 26 home runs in a season.
Right.
He's never driven in more than 96 runs in a season. He's had 1 year where he's batted 300. That was back in 2017 when he was an All-Star, of course. He's only a two-time All-Star, 315 batting average. So 13 years, $350 million. I'll say this, Alan. I'm really excited that the Giants got a guy. Mm-hmm. They got a guy. But I'm not jumping for joy because of this guy. I like Carlos Correa a lot. I really do. Rookie of the year. He's a good shortstop. He's a good postseason player. Look, his last 130 games with the Twins, he hit 21 home runs. He was really good in that clubhouse. He shows leadership. It's an overpay, and I get it. You had to overpay him. But I need a little more now. Mm-hmm. It can't just stop with Carlos Correa. We're going to celebrate Carlos Correa, but this just can't be it. It's got to be a little bit more.
Yeah, well, they have about $31 million left that they can play with. I think at this point, and I hate to ruin it for you, Bonte. I think at this point they're probably going to focus on some relief pitching, which they really need, unless you want to see more Tyler Rogers, who, we went out that one day and we were playing baseball.
Right.
I know you dropped off some drinks. I know you say you don't play baseball, Bonte. You might be able to get a hit off Tyler Rogers.
Maybe.
If you got in there.
Well, don't tell Lubman that.
If you got in there long enough.
Don't tell Sam Lubman that.
Depends on what kind of defense behind him.
You might be able to. You would make contact. I'll tell you that
Let me
much.
tell you, according to Sam Lubman, everything has to be perfect behind Trevor Rogers or Tyler Rogers to get it out. The guy stunk last year. It is what it is.
Exactly. So they're going to go out. They're going to go get some relief pitching, and that'll be it for this season. This is a project. You signed him to 13 years. He's going to be 41
40.
when
41.
he's done. So that doesn't sound great, but at the same time, you had to overpay. The way I think about it is this, Bonte. You got your daughter. I don't know if you're taking her to get to games yet. I got one on the way.
She's been in 2 Giants games.
So
she's feeling it.
You get the family, right? When she gets a little bit older, you go out. All right, I gotta buy this. I gotta buy this hot dog. I want to buy this beer. I want to buy this soda. What happens when you buy that stuff? You overpay. But when you walked into the stadium, you knew you were going to overpay.
No doubt.
You knew the price of that
point.
beer was the price of a 6-pack at Safeway. Same thing when you go to an amusement park. So you had an understanding going into it that you were going to overpay.
Right.
You might still complain,
Right.
but you had to overpay. And that's
point.
where the Giants were at. They knew they were going to have to overpay. They knew it was probably longer than they wanted, but they didn't have a choice. They really didn't have a choice. And I know Carlos Correa, I think the thing about him, looking at his numbers, he's one of those guys where out of the shortstops in the bunch, he has the highest ceiling.
Right.
Bogarts is probably not going to still be a shortstop, even though he can hit. And Dansby Swanson, I just don't necessarily trust his bat the older he gets. And he's no spring chicken either because he spent that time at Vanderbilt. So Carlos Correa,
I can see him moving to third base later.
he's probably going to move to third if Marco Luciano is what we hope he is, which we don't know.
Well,
but I think he's the guy that had the most potential when you look at what the measurables and things like that. Will he ever reach his potential? I don't think he has yet, but the Giants are paying him, hoping that he does at some point.
So I'm looking at Carlos Correa here. All right, a World Series winner. A lot of people say the Astros cheated, whatever. He's got the ring. Mm-hmm. Rookie of the Year, 2-time All-Star, Gold Glove winner, Platinum Glove. This is what worries me. This is what really worries me about Carlos Correa. Not so much Aaron Judge, because Aaron Judge, I knew you could DH. He didn't have to play the field. And if you play the outfield, you're not going to be, you're not as active as a shortstop.
Right.
Carlos Correa has a long injury history. All right, 2017, injured a thumb, slid into a catcher shin guard. He missed 42 games. He aggravated the injury in the postseason. Even though the Warriors won that year, Correa was still a crucial cog in that championship run. During the 2018 campaign, he was on the IL for 36 games due to a back injury. It was one of his worst seasons in the league. He posted a 728 OPS on-base percentage with 20 doubles and 15 jacks. The back injury didn't go away in 2019. He missed time in August and September of 2019. All right, then he missed 2 months with a cracked rib that same season. Shortened 2020 season. It was his worst year ever. OPS dipped to 709. 709 on-base percentage. Not good. He did play nearly every game. He had an ankle injury at one point, but last year he played 148 games, second highest of his career. He only missed time when he was placed on the IL due to health and safety protocols. He also had one of his best offensive seasons, finishing fifth in the AL MVP race. So, look, there is an injury concern. In 13 years, $350 million, he's got to be in this lineup for $150 a year. He's got to hit at least 25 jacks. You got to drive in at least 80 runs, and you got to hit anywhere between 280 and 300. Those are the facts.
Yes,
those are the facts. But does he have that presence like an Aaron Judge? I still need a little more, Alan. I still need a little more.
He does not have the same presence as Aaron Judge. Not yet, or I guess not yet. Maybe he'll eventually get there, but there's only one Aaron Judge, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Bonte. I got a lot of friends back east, okay? I went to school back east, got a lot of friends back east, and we've been talking about, they're Phillies fans, Yankees fans.
Right.
In our bubble, we might have thought Aaron Judge was coming. To a lot of the rest of the U.S. and baseball fans, I don't think they ever thought Aaron Judge was coming. The idea of Aaron Judge leaving the biggest brand in sports because he was a Giants fan when he grew up, nobody thought it was going to happen. And they're starting to convince me that it was actually never going to happen.
Right.
And we were so naive to believe that it ever was, that Aaron Judge comes out here, he's winking at the camera, he's saying all the right things because he's got a great agent, right? He's got a great team, and they said, you got to play this the right way. And I know you were a Giants fan. You got to play this up. You got to play it up. So I think that everybody needs to just take an outside look at the Aaron Judge thing and honestly move on.
Move on. Does this satisfy Giants fans? 888-957-9570. Last night I was pumped. But at the same time I said I need you guys to spin a little more.
Right.
Because we'll get to the lineup. Actually, I'll do the lineup right now. To hell with it.
Do it.
So you had the numbers. Joey Bart's going to be in this lineup batting, what, 8th?
Yeah.
So who's your leadoff hitter?
So I got one here. I'd go Lamont Wade leading off in left field. Flores batting 2 at first base. J.D. Davis batting 3 at third base. Carlos Correa, shortstop, batting cleanup. Yastrzemski batting 5 in center field. Haniger batting 6 in right field. Bart batting 7 as the catcher. Jock Peterson hitting 8 as a DH, and Tyro Estrada hitting second. And I just realized I literally just
left off Brandon Crawford.
Sat Brandon Crawford.
Damn. Is that lineup good enough for you Giants fans? I need more. It doesn't fix the Aaron Judge size hole I have in my heart. And I just heard what you said. I get it. I didn't believe Aaron Judge was coming, but I was teased. I was tantalized with this 6'6", 6'7", 280-pound mammoth in the batter's box who had a presence. Now, does Correa have a presence in the box? No doubt. He definitely does. But is it enough? Is it enough in this division? I don't know. Let's go to Brian in Oakland. Brian in Oakland, what's happening? You're on the roast. Is this enough?
Morning, guys. How's it going?
Good.
Obviously, the Carlos Correa thing, it's big news, and there's enough to be said on that. My curiosity is, with Brandon Crawford, arguably probably the best shortstop in Giants history, does he just willingly slide over to second or third, or do you think there's actually an outside possibility that he either asks for a release or a trade or something like that? We'll have to see.
We shall have to see. We shall have to see. We shall see about Brandon Crawford.
I think Carlos Correa will play third. And
This
I know
year?
I just read off that lineup, but you can't disrespect Brandon Crawford like that.
So Crawford at short,
Crawford at
Correa at third.
I would put JD Day. I mean, I know Wilmer Flores had a good year, but I don't know. I don't know if maybe you take out Tyro Estrada if he gets cold. You could put JD Davis at DH. If you don't want to play Jock, but I do think that starting shortstop will be Brandon Crawford. He's earned that. It's the last year on his contract. I would assume he retires after this. He's earned it.
13 years, $350 million. Mm-hmm. Farhan get credit? How are we feeling about Farhan this morning? Or is this on Farhan? Is it on ownership? Is this on Farhan?
It's everybody. Everybody.
Are you feeling better
involved.
about Farhan this morning?
I'm feeling like he finally stopped shopping at the discount store.
Stop shopping at Ross.
I wasn't gonna name drop.
You can bargain basement. You can't find some gems at Ross. You can find some gems.
You can find some gems, but you can't be there all the time.
Bargain basement shopping.
That's the thing. You got a nice night out with your lady. Okay,
right.
Maybe you got to hit. Can I get a Macy's Farhan?
Right.
Can I get a Macy's?
Right.
So basically,
right.
He went from essentially shopping and eating on the value menu to overpaying for a salad in SF. That's basically what he did. But sometimes there's no in-between in this situation because of what happened with Aaron Judge. There wasn't an in-between. And if he did go out and get the in-between, to everybody who is actually upset today or mad about the deal, please tell us, what would you prefer? Who else out there? Dansby Swanson would not have been much cheaper than this.
Yeah.
And
no doubt.
he has a lower ceiling.
Look, you got to start somewhere with the deal. I'm not mad at it, but it's not enough. But I don't want to rain on the parade. How jacked are people about getting Carlos Correa? The Giants finally get a guy. They get a guy. They get a guy who was in the top 10 when it came to prize possessions this offseason. They get a guy. And it's a damn good guy. It's a guy people know in baseball. He was on television during the postseason. He was speaking about analytics. We'll play that sound coming up. It's a big move. 13 years, $350 million. You could say it's the biggest move since Barry Bonds. They've had some big moves, though. They signed Johnny Cueto in 2016. It was a big move.
They got Hunter Pence.
They got Hunter Pence, and they re-signed him.
Let's take it this way, though, Bonte. As Giants fans, and I got to be careful with how I put this, but as Giants fans, I mean, the last time we even had – who is the last time – or who is the player that we had last on this team that had any type of swag?
Oh, my God.
Andrew McCutchen for about 2 seconds?
Well, that's the thing. You finally got a player who could bat flip and pop his collar and pick a home run.
I'm so happy about that.
I've been wanting swag for so long. This makes the Giants kind of cool.
Right.
This makes me want to say, you know what? 6:45 first pitch. I got to see what's happening with Correa.
Exactly.
Finally.
Exactly. I mean, it was to the point where I'm over here trying to convince myself that Denard Span has swag, and he did not.
And he did not have swag whatsoever. He did not have any swag. Not only that, maybe Carlos Correa comes to that clubhouse and says, you know what, fellas? We're not dabbing in 2023.
Please stop the madness.
We're not recycling a move from 2015.
Yeah.
We're not dabbing anymore. We're not dabbing. All right? R.I.P. to the dab.
It's been buried, but the
Giants they keep trying to the Giants.
They
don't
shovel
think
it
it's
out,
dead.
man. They pull it out from the grave every single season. Maybe it'll finally be done.
So that is a good point. Correa does pimp home runs. He does backflip. He will wear his gold chains. I need all that.
Yes.
I need all that. Astros television, play-by-play voice, Jeff Blum will join us at 8 o'clock to speak more about Carlos Correa. The Giants sign a big fish. They don't strike out. They didn't strike out on this one. 13 years, $350 million. Look, I'm going to say it right off the rip. They overpaid for Correa. But they had to.
They had no choice.
For Aaron Judge, they had to overpay. You had to overpay for Carlos Correa. You got to overpay when you're mediocre like the Giants and you got nothing around them. And you got to sell, hey, the prospects are going to be up in 2024, going to be up in 2025. Well, the good thing is Correa was part of a rebuild in Houston. And boy, was it a good rebuild.
Right.
They became one of the best teams in baseball.
Still are.
So
They've missed some pieces, but ultimately, they've got it done with some allegations. They've gotten it done without any allegations. And I am curious your thoughts on that piece of it. I mean, the Dodgers wouldn't even look at Correa, allegedly, because of the fans and that blowback. Well, come on over here, buddy. Come on over here. We don't mind.
Yeah, we don't mind.
Just like the Stephen A. video,
hey,
we don't care.
We don't care.
We do not care.
Yeah. I'm here to tell you right now. We don't care. We don't give a damn. All right, more Correa talk. Also, the Warriors. I want to get your thoughts on the Warriors. Tonight, they play Indiana on the back-to-back. Andrew Wiggins is going to be out. Klay Thompson's probably not playing. And Indiana's got their full squad.
Ready.
They're 2-12 on the road, the worst in the West. 3 straight losses on the road. Last night, it was 58-52 late in the first half. Milwaukee scores the last 6 points in the first half. Then they come out in the third quarter, outscored 27-10. I mean, just no resistance to the paint. Bobby Portis came off the bench. It dropped 25-11 on their ass.
That can't happen.
They were physically beat up. And you can blame the referees. You can say the referees had a tight whistle. It was a clown show yesterday in Milwaukee. But, man, can I get a road win? Can I get the Warriors to come back home for Christmas at 500?
I hoped, I predicted that they would be 3-3 to start. For that to happen, they really need to win tonight. They really need to win tonight, or it's not looking good at all.
All right, we're going to talk more. We're going to talk Warriors. We're going to talk Giants. Carlos Correa, 13 years, $350 million. That'll be brought to you by Golden State, serving the Bay Area for 3 generations. When you succeed, we succeed. Visit GoldenStateLumber.com. That's what's coming up. Brought to you by Fremont Bank, full service banking, no compromises, and Lucky California.
This holiday season, Lucky California helps you save. On sale this week, beef ribeye roast bone-in whole, sold in the bag, is just $5.99 a pound. Eat, drink, and save at Lucky California.
The Giants made a splash.
Correa deep to center field. Going back is Mullins and gone a home run.
Carlos Correa is a San Francisco Giant.
2-2, Correa out to left. This sends back a Rosarena. Take a look at the bullpen. Forget about it.
We're reacting with you on 95.7 The Game.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Fast just got a whole lot faster. Xfinity has the fastest internet with up to 6 gig speed. Plus, Xfinity Mobile is the fastest mobile service with 5G and millions of Wi-Fi hotspots. You heard that right. Xfinity just increased internet speeds again. And Xfinity Mobile gives you can't catch me speeds. The fastest internet, the fastest mobile service, and major savings? Can't argue with the facts. Now through December 21st, new customers can get 1.2 gig internet plus Xfi Complete with unlimited data and Wi-Fi equipment included. It's just $50 a month for 2 full years with no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Plus, get $200 back. Go to Xfinity.com/faster. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
Business owners, you may be eligible to claim the Employee Retention Tax Credit, a payroll tax refund from the United States Treasury, applicable to businesses who kept employees on payroll during the pandemic. Contact Paychex to see if you qualify at paychex.com/ERTC. Paychex is proud to have helped more than 45,000 businesses secure over $9.2 billion in ERTC claims, an average of $190,000 per business. Paychex.com/ERTC.
Have you considered walking through another door? I don't mean to pursue another opportunity, but upgrading a door in your home. Now, if you are in fact looking for another opportunity, Golden State Window and Door can provide you with plenty. You can create renewed function and design for use indoors and out. You'll find modern options like Marvin's Elevate In-Swing French Door, barn doors by Trustile, or Anderson big doors that welcome in natural light. Golden State Window and Door features a variety of materials, sizes, and glass options. You can get inspired by the many possibilities when you visit goldenstatelumber.com. Click on virtual tours and you'll discover beautifully planned displays of doors and windows of all kinds that will spark your imagination. Then, talk with our builder or designer to see what might be a good fit for your home. Serving the Bay Area for 3 generations. Golden State. When you succeed, we succeed.
Goody Nation is a nonprofit that connects small, diverse companies to big money. At one point, we had to send millions of dollars to 76 companies overnight, tracking every penny all on paper. I know, right? We don't do that anymore. Now we've got Bill. It knows where the money's going. Once we automated that process, we got more time back with our community. Bill is accurate, and that gives us confidence.
Automate your finances with Bill. Learn more at Bill.com.
End this year on a high note at Big O Tires year-end sale. Get great deals on name brand tires for cars, pickups, and SUVs. Plus, save on auto care services with financing options available on credit approval. Visit BigOTires.com for all year-end sale offers. Ends January 8th.
If you own a business, this has been a bumpy ride. From pandemic to inflation, I'm sure you could use a break. If your business has 5 or more employees and survived COVID, you might be eligible to receive a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. The challenge is getting your hands on it. Hi, I'm Howard Mackler, and that's why I founded GetRefunds.com to cut through the red tape and get you the money. The team of tax attorneys we have put together are highly trained in this little-known payroll tax refund program. We do all the work, charge not a dime up front, and simply share a percentage of the cash that we get for you. Businesses of all types can qualify, including those that took PPP, nonprofits, and even those that had increases in sales. We have helped return over $1 billion to businesses, and we can help you too. Just go to getrefunds.com/sports, click on Qualify Me, and answer a few questions. This payroll tax refund is only available for a limited period of time. Don't lose out on up to $26,000 per employee. Go to getrefunds.com/sports. That's getrefunds.com/sports.
ZZ Top and Leonard Skinner are coming to Shoreline Amphitheater August 10th, and 95.7 The Game has your tickets. For your shot to win and get in the running for the grand prize, 2023 Shoreline Lawn Pass. Head to 957thegame.com.
Is up and out. Astros on top.
Come on, man. You got Larry June in the building. You listen to the Morning Roast, and we're doing numbers, man. Good job, Morning Roast. Sock it to me. Hey. Yee!
Carlos Correa, he's doing numbers. 13 years, $350 million. And what do you know? The Giants make a splash late last night. They signed a guy. Okay, they signed Mitch Haniger. They signed Ross Stripling. They signed Sean Manaea. They gave Jock Peterson $19.6 million. Was that enough? Hell no, it wasn't enough. It wasn't going to get it done. You needed a big boy. You needed a guy you could build around for the future. Now, we all thought that guy was Aaron Judge. He's back in pinstripes. We were all depressed. We moved on, Alan. We moved on. And now I got Carlos Correa. Mm-hmm. And now you know what I'm saying? I need more. I want more. Don't stop here. This is great. Just keep swiping that black card. Keep swiping.
But what, though? What else?
I need another outfielder.
I'm looking here. I'm looking here, but you don't need another big. Like, to me, okay, cool. Go out, get you a Andrew Benintendi, somebody like that. I know we were talking about Joey Gallo in the pre-show.
You do Joey Gallo?
I would, assuming it's at a good price. Yes,
right.
Of course.
Gold Glove. Mm-hmm. Got power.
I mean, we read that lineup. Who would you rather have in that lineup?
Mike Yastrzemski or Joey Gallo?
Mike Yastrzemski or Joey Gallo.
I take my chances with Joey Gallo.
Lamont Wade Jr. or Joey Gallo. I'd take my chances with both of them. or I would take my chance with Joey Gallo over both of them.
You want Tommy Pham? He's a free agent.
I don't know if the dynamics would work out there.
This segment is presented by Golden State Lumber, serving the Bay Area for 3 generations. When you succeed, we succeed. Visit GoldenStateLumber.com. So, how are Giants fans feeling this morning? Do we owe Farhan an apology? Is it enough? Has Farhan done enough to kind of make us not give him so much heat? You know what I mean, Alan? We've been giving him so much heat. We've been riding him. Should we back off a little now?
Yes.
Is this a move to make us back off a little bit off of Farhan Zaidi?
Yes.
Why is that?
I would say yes, because the whole thing with Farhan, we've been joking. Why are you penny pinching? We know you got it, so go out and spend it. And he finally did. That's not to say that we won't have something bad to say about him moving forward, or say, all right, well, he messed up here or he messed up there. But in that regard of he hasn't been spending money that we know the Giants have because we go to the games and we give you our money. In terms of that, we can say, all right, Farhan has proved that he will go out and spend that money if he deems it necessary. And in this position, he saw it necessary. We hadn't seen that before, so we didn't know if he'd be willing to do it. It's funny when you offer. It's a lot different when you're offering deals.
Right.
Not to say that we didn't believe them, but when you continue to quote unquote come in second place. I know Farhan wasn't there for all of them, but even though we know you offered the $360 million to Aaron Judge, it's not the same because you didn't get Aaron Judge.
Right.
We still felt like you could do more.
You don't get credit for that coming in second place.
No, you don't get credit for attempting to spend money. You go out and you go out, you're on a date and you say, you try to pay, but then as soon as they say no, no, we're good, or we can split or whatever, you say, okay, you don't get credit for attempting to pay. That's not how it works. Specifically, when somebody else in your division, the Padres, who already had gotten Bogarts, when they come out, and you know what they did? They got Soto, they got Tatis coming back.
Machado.
Specifically,
Cronenworth.
When it comes out that the Padres had offered, I guess the reports were saying they had offered Judge $400 million. So you weren't even the highest bid. Highest bid. Would Aaron Judge have come to the Giants if they offered $400 million? We'll never know.
We'll never know. All right, Xfinity Mobile text line 650. Correa is a winner. Balls in the playoffs. Judge has never won anything. He chokes in the playoffs. Correa over Judge. All right, that's one text. 707. Hell no, it's not enough for Farhan Zaidi. They have other needs to fill. It's not enough for me personally to even consider going to the ballpark next season. Another one from the 650 on the Xfinity Mobile text line. Hell no, Farhan doesn't get an apology. Once this team becomes a consistent and entertaining winner, then he'll get an apology. A lot of people are saying, Bots, hey, when are you going to get off the Farhan apology letter? I'm not the only one who bashes Farhan. You know what I'm saying? For some reason here at 95.7 The Game, our roasters, they ride for me. But a lot of you people out there, and I love you, you come at me about Shanahan and Garoppolo like I'm the only one to talk bad about them, or Farhan Zaidi. Now, I'm not throwing anybody else under the bus, but Farhan hasn't done enough because his plan was to draft and develop. His draft picks have not panned out yet. We're still waiting on that. And that will determine whether or not Farhan has a good ride here in San Francisco, in my opinion.
It's not necessarily early, but at least we're seeing some strides. I mean, before this deal, Bonte, I didn't even call him Farhan. I didn't even use it. I just called him the accountant.
Oh, wow.
He was just the accountant.
Oh, wow. You went there.
He's just the accountant.
Wow.
He handles the money. He's on spreadsheets.
Wow.
That's the accountant over there. Now he gets his name back today.
And I'm sure you wasn't happy with the way you talk about the city in those comments in the Chronicle.
You know what? I don't know if today's the day for that, but to me, that sounded like a terrible excuse. Oh, the politics, this and that. If you can't get free agents to come to San Francisco, that's
to the
a
Bay. You sell the Bay area.
On now.
You sell the Bay.
Come on now.
All right, let's go to AT in Chicago, Alan. AT in Chicago, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Hey, guys, good morning. I love the show.
Thank
you. I just wanted to say, shout out to Brandon Crawford. He hung 2 banners. Great Gold Glove defense. Whatever happens to him, if he stays there, if Correa goes to third, if he goes to third, Correa stays there. I doubt Correa's going to DH because he's such a dog in the field. But I want to give my respect to Crawford. He's the reason I grew out my hair. I watch him a lot. That's my man right there.
No doubt. And we'll see what happens to Crawford. It's a funny one. KT on YouTube. Getting Correa will soften the blow when they re-sign Brendan Belt.
You know what? They probably will.
No.
I'm just saying.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, Alan. Don't do that to me.
I don't want to.
Don't do that to me.
Don't you put that evil on me.
Yeah, no. Even Lobman doesn't want Brendan Belt no more.
Captain save a giant.
But he's going to play. I just don't see, and not that he's had a good career, obviously a champion. How does this end, man? He's just going to be out. Somebody's going to sign him.
It bet not be the Giants.
Somebody's going to sign him.
It bet not be the Giants.
It's gonna be real close.
Not be the Giants.
It's gonna be real close.
Stay away, please.
Season's about to start. You know what?
I can't do another year of Brendan Belt. I can't do it. I don't even want to talk about him. Because all of a sudden people put him as, oh, man, he's the top first base. No, he's not better than Will Clark. He's not better than JT Snow. All right? He's not.
People say that?
Hell yeah, they say that. Oh, they believe it.
Absolutely not.
What's coming up on the game sponsored by Boxer & Gerzer, Northern California's premier workers' compensation law firm, helping injured workers get their lives back for over 40 years. More Correa talk. What does it mean for Farhan Zaidi? How are you feeling? Your phone calls, 888-957-9570. Also, the Golden State Warriors. Is anybody concerned about the Warriors? Anybody out there? 888-957-9570. Worried about the Golden State Warriors? Are you, Alan? I want to get your answer on the other side here on the roast.
Brendan Belt!
Get fast, reliable speeds at home and on the go with internet and mobile from Xfinity. Now through December 21st, new customers can get 1.2 gig internet plus Xfi Complete with unlimited data and Wi-Fi equipment included. It's just $50 a month for 2 full years with no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Plus, get $200 back. Go online, call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity internet. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
Life doesn't stop when the economy is uncertain. The market might not care you have a wedding to plan or a kid to put through school. And inflation doesn't know you've got a family to feed. But Bank of America does, and is here to help. With digital tools to help you save and local experts in the Bay Area, you can keep life moving forward the way you need it to. Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at BofA.com/San Francisco. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC, equal credit opportunity lender.
Kansas City Steak Company, another AmericanEagle.com success story. Started in 1932 as a family-owned butcher shop, today they're a leading distributor of superior all-American steaks delivered right to your door, ready for the grill and your taste buds. When it came to their website, an average site wouldn't do. They chose AmericanEagle.com to take their website to the next level. With a dramatic increase in competition and a softening market demand, they had 2 challenges: improve their brand presence and message, and produce a positive return. AmericanEagle.com got to work and executed usability studies and detailed audits of site experience, digital assets, and marketing. The result? An integrated digital marketing and customer experience plan, organic traffic increase of 20%, and a long-term roadmap for success. If you love great steaks, go to KansasCitySteaks.com for website design, development, and online solutions that bring efficiency and results. Visit AmericanEagle.com. If you need a results-driven website, call the team at AmericanEagle.com at 877-WebNow1. That's 877-WebNow1.
Television sales on Black Friday set new records as millions of Americans snapped up the hot deals. But a lot of people were out of town or too busy to take advantage of the special pricing. So, how about a redo? Right now, you've got a second chance to save big on many of the top-rated Samsung, LG, and Sony TVs. Where? At Video Only, where the smart shoppers go. So, don't miss out. Check out Video Only now, or
you'll be sorry. If you own a business, this has been a bumpy ride. From pandemic to inflation, I'm sure you could use a break. If your business has 5 or more employees and survived COVID, you might be eligible to receive a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. The challenge is getting your hands on it. Hi, I'm Howard Mackler, and that's why I founded GetRefunds.com to cut through the red tape and get you that money. The team of tax attorneys we have put together are highly trained in this little-known payroll tax refund program. We do all the work, charge not a dime up front, and simply share a percentage of the cash that we get for you. Businesses of all types qualify, including those who took PPP, nonprofits, and even those that had increases in sales. We have helped return over $1 billion to businesses, and we can help your business too. Just go to getrefunds.com and answer a few questions. This payroll tax refund is only available for a limited period of time. Don't lose out on up to $26,000 per employee. Go to getrefunds.com. That's getrefunds.com.
At Harris Ranch, we do beef. Just like we've done for over 50 years. Beef that's raised locally right here in California. Tender steaks, awesome burgers, and California classics like tri-tip roast. The flavor you crave. The quality you trust time after delicious time. Come on, it's time to get out and grill. Harris Ranch, we do beef. Legendary beef. Legendary quality.
AT&T Fiber presents a straightforward moment inspired by straightforward pricing.
And now we just cube the pancetta as such.
So what's on the menu tonight?
This carbonara I found online. It's fire. You gonna love it, Mom.
I hope you hold on to this AT&T Fiber, son. It's nice.
Yeah, you should settle down now that you're a gagillionaire.
Oh, I am. I finally found the one internet I've been looking for my whole life.
So, no more one-year stands?
No, I'm done with all that. With AT&T Fiber, there's no price increase at 12 months.
What about equipment fees?
Nope.
Those were never any good for you.
Exactly. But now everything's completely straightforward.
Well, in the spirit of being straightforward, I never liked any of your old ones.
Me neither. Blah.
Y'all never told me that.
But we're being straightforward now, which feels good, yeah?
Yeah. Now let's get straightforward about that girl he's been seeing.
Straightforward is better. No equipment fees, no data caps, no price increase at 12 months. Live like a gagillionaire with AT&T Fiber. Limited availability in select areas. Visit att.com/hypergig for details.
What's up, San Francisco? If you're a fan of the team, which I'm sure you are, you've been following Christian McCaffrey light up the competition. This season, Christian will be hydrating himself with Body Armor sports drinks. It has potassium-packed electrolytes, antioxidants, and no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or dyes. In fact, Body Armor has 820 milligrams of electrolytes per 16-ounce serving. Body Armor is the sports drink of choice for Christian McCaffrey. It's more than a sports drink. It's Body Armor sports drink, available at your local Safeway.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At the Home Depot, we have the tools for you to give the gift of a smarter home with savings on top brands, like the Google Hub, a command center for your smart devices that raises the IQ of your entire home, or the Nest Learning Thermostat that helps you conserve energy and save on your bill. And if you don't know what to get, gift cards are a smart gift no matter what they get. So this year, gift smarter with savings on tools to make your holiday magic. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Hey, it's Boomer Esiason, and we all know the game isn't over till it's over. So next time you need parts for your car, don't call it quits. Go to eBay Motors. They have 122 million parts to take your car into overtime. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride.
It's your boy Guru from Steiny and Guru, noon to 3, right here on 95.7 The Game. Now back to the morning roast. I'm a roaster because these two guys are my guys. Yin and Yang, right here on 95.7 The Game.
I said, hey, Dirty, baby, I got your money, got your money. I said, hey, money time! Money time! The Giants finally brought out the pre. You feeling that, Alan? You feeling it? Come on, get in there with me.
I thought you were going to, remix it. Correa's got the money.
Correa's got the money.
Hey, society.
Farhad, did Farhad throw out the Brinks truck? Did Farhad back up the Brinks truck, or was it Larry Bear? The streets are telling me Larry Bear was at the holiday party at NBC Monday, walking around with a little bravado, knowing that there was a big move on the table. So was it ownership? Look, Xfinity Mobile text line, 650. Bonte, does Farhad really get credit for this, or was it the money? If the farm season has another down year, he should be gone. Another 650 text. I'm out on Farhan. Giants never wanted to swim in the deep end, and now they were desperate because they have developed no players on their own. 707, Farhan Lees would be on the phone with Pittsburgh to try to get Brian Reynolds. Hey, look, man. I don't know if it's Farhan. I don't know if it's ownership. This morning, Alan, I really don't give a damn who's made the move for Carlos Correa. The fact that you got Carlos Correa, you get a hand clap.
There you go.
You get an applause.
Look at Bonte.
You get a, no, you do. You got a guy.
Look at Bonte.
Now, let's sit on this for a second. And now I need more. Now I need more.
Yeah.
I pivoted in 20 minutes. Giants keep spinning. Why stop here?
Why stop here? And I look, like I said, I don't think they're going to stop, but I don't think they're going to be any more household names, if you will. I'm not even sure that Carlos Correa is a household name. I think that you have to know baseball a little bit. But we were talking about it during the break, Bonte.
Right.
During those years, 2010, 2012, 2014, did the Giants have any household names? Maybe Buster Posey.
Yep, that's about it.
Maybe Tim Lincecum. Maybe.
Yeah.
So it's different in baseball. You don't necessarily need it. But what you do need is guys that can go out and do things that majority of the other guys at their position can't do. And Carlos Correa can do that. The way I see it, it's very similar to Manny Machado in that the Padres, when he signed, everybody was thinking, what is Manny doing?
Right.
They built around Manny, and now the Padres, they're contenders. And I think that's a situation with the Giants. I will say this, everybody talking about Farhan in the farm system, I have heard that Farhan's thing isn't necessarily the draft per se. When they brought Farhan in, they had some bad contracts. They wanted to fix those contracts.
Right.
And he is really good at least bringing in somebody that can fix the farm system. So in that way, he's connected,
Right.
but also finding those diamonds in the rough.
Yeah.
That's what he did with the Dodgers. That's what he did with Max Muncy, Justin Turner. So that's really his thing more so than I'm going to hit on the draft. But you also have to hit on the draft.
You have to hit.
Right?
You have to hit.
So maybe one guy that we haven't talked about either is Pete Patella, who was with the Astros for a very long time. That might have been a connection that helped the Giants get this done with Correa. And moving forward, that farm system we just talked about, they brought up all those guys. So there is hope today, Giants fans. There's hope.
Pete Patella is interesting. If you don't know who Pete Patella is, he's the general manager of the San Francisco Giants, was hired this offseason after Scott Harris took the job in Detroit. Pete Patella started as an intern with the Astros in 2011. He was promoted to assistant GM in 2019. And then he lost the GM job to Scott Harris, of course, in 2019. He was the Astros director of player personnel before being named assistant GM. He was the only executive under Jeff Luhnow to be returned when that front office was cleared out after the cheating scandal in 2017. He was in player development in 2017. So he was the baseball ops assistant, baseball ops coordinator, assistant director of minor league ops. And when I say ops, operations, not the cops, director of player development and assistant GM. So he was with that Astros team. And I asked Lubman last night, I said, how much do you think Pete Patella had to do with this? How much of a factor was he in his signing? Well, you know what? We may never know the answer to that. I don't care.
Right.
You got a guy. You overpaid, but damn it, you had to overpay. it pays to be the boss. You got to spend. Right?
Yeah.
You want to be at the big boy table? Well, you got to make big boy moves and play with big boy money.
Yeah.
You got to play with Monopoly money to get these dudes. And you got a guy. You got a guy. You got at least one guy.
You got at least one guy. And here's the thing. What we do know about Carlos Correa is he's a showman. Number one, we love the showman out here in the Bay Area. And number two, he's clutch. He gets it done in the playoffs. You know who he could remind me of. I'm not saying he does. But if you look at Bumgarner's stats in the regular season, they never really knocked your socks off.
Right.
But when it came to money time, when it came to the playoffs, there is nobody I would always say. It's money time. Because this whole time, if you were to ask anybody, who would you take, Kershaw or Bumgarner?
In the playoffs? Or
in the regular season,
you're probably taking Kershaw, but in the playoffs, you're taking Bumgarner.
Exactly.
And Carlos Correa, you can make the argument. And I know people on YouTube and the Xfinity mobile text line and Twitch are making the argument. In the playoffs, you'd rather have Carlos Correa than Aaron Judge.
Right now, from what we've seen,
Carlos Correa has been a big-time player in the playoffs. He shows leadership. He shows passion. He's intense. He gives you the bat flips. He stares down home runs. I need that swagger in my life. I need it in my life.
We've been starved of it for so long, Bonte. Even during the championships, it didn't matter.
Right.
Because you're winning championships. And you had some, Hunter Pence quirky on a scooter swag. You had some things going on. Somebody on the text line, I think it was a 510 said earlier on the Xfinity Mobile text line, Pablo.
Yeah.
You did have swag with Pablo.
Yep, you did.
So that's probably the most swag you had. So
Angel Pagan has some swag.
Angel Pagan has
Say
some
what you
swag.
want about the crazy horse, man.
Right.
That Joker had swagger.
Are we putting Gregor Blanco? I don't know. I don't know. That's the line. That's the line. And then you had a rough patch where you didn't really have much to cheer about, but now you do. Now you
can go get a jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Now you go get a jersey.
Yeah, I saw people running around with Jock Peterson jerseys, and God bless him. I mean, Bay Area guy, but
God bless his
that's
soul.
what we're doing.
Yeah, that's how bad it was.
Son, get whatever you want. Just go with the Crawford, I guess.
Aaron Judge batting .211 in the playoffs. Give me Carlos Correa all day long in the playoffs over Aaron Judge. Now over 162, we'll see. Judge is a baller, but Correa can play. Let's go to Charles in South City. Charles, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Morning, Monte. Thank you for taking my call.
No problem. You got to say good morning to my man, Alan Styles, too. He's filling in for Shasky. Show Alan some love. He's a roaster, too, Charles.
No, I got you. Thank you, sir.
A roaster, and I just want to start by saying, hey, money time indeed, my boy. Money time.
Yes, sir.
Money
time! Money time! There you go.
Farhan didn't just back up the Brinks truck. He went and checked out at the Dior store. Now, I'm going to make this short and sweet. It may not be Aaron Judge. We may have had Arson Judge for a good 7 minutes. But Carlos Correa is changing the culture of SF. He's at least dragging a few people to the stadium. Hell, more than a few. He's changing the culture. A $350 million deal.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? We got our star.
Yeah.
If that ain't a big deal, that's nothing. I mean, hey, it's a big deal for us Giants fans.
It is a big deal, Charles. A Latin superstar. We need one of those in this culture. We need a Latin superstar. We need diversity on this ball club. That's what the Giants represented for so many years. So now you get a Latin superstar who's a face of the franchise. Big time. And you know what it does for Farhan? I mean, what a difference 24 hours makes for Farhan Zaidi. Mm-hmm. After those quotes in the Chronicle, where he basically blamed the politics, and the economics, and all that stuff in San Francisco on why you can't fetch a free agent. The equity that he just gained from this signing, whether or not it was him that made the move, whether or not it was ownership, the Johnsons, the Bears, whatever. The fact is, 24 hours later, we could ease up off of Farhan. And he's kind of redeemed himself in a way to where it's like, yo, fans want you out, dog. You're talking about the city, talking about how hard it is to sign. We don't want to hear that. Mm-hmm. We want to see you sign guys. We want to see you give out a big money deal. We want to see you stray away from the analytics for a little bit and just say, you know what, here's 13 years, $350 million.
We'll figure it out later.
You know. So 24 hours later, look, yesterday, yes, I wanted Farhan gone. I want him out of here. Enough was enough. Now let's see it. Now you can stay for a little while longer.
Do you think that article, I would imagine, is there any chance Farhan, that article comes out and he thinks, all right, let me go to Bear. I got to get this done.
I got to get this done.
Because I don't know why I said this. You ever say something stupid and you think, why did I even say that?
I got to fix this.
I got to fix this somehow.
Fix it.
So nobody's talking about the article now.
Right.
Nobody's talking about it anymore.
Alan, I'll say this till I'm blue in the face. A lot of people come down my road and say, you're wrong about this, you're wrong about that. Look, I'm a host on 95.7 The Game. I'll admit when I'm wrong. Number 2 overall pick. I said, go trade that pick with the 49ers. Go get Antonio Brown right now. I need a wide receiver. Mm-hmm. But that number 2 pick was Nick Bosa. I said, 3 days later, I pivoted and said, you know what, guys? I was a little drunk. I was drunk off the sauce. Keep the number 2 pick.
Your birthday is booming.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm wrong all the time.
It happens, man.
It happens. I'm wrong all the time. Farhan, though, 24 hours later, though, he had, that's the biggest thing. You hit it right on the head, Alan. He had to get something done. This had to get done for the Giants. We were so down. Even Sam Lubman was down on Farhan. When Sam Lubman's down on Farhan Zaidi, you know there's an issue. And if you don't know who Sam Lubman is, that's our producer of the Morning Roast. He's changing Ben into orange from blue. He's decked out in orange gear, Giants gear. He's happy as hell right now. He's happy that his boy Farhan made a move. Because yesterday, we all wanted him out of town.
Yeah.
Everybody.
On top of all that, on top of you miss out on Judge, Farhan is basically giving excuses. That's what they were. Sometimes excuses aren't necessarily untrue.
Right.
But they're also are the taxes really high in California? Yeah. But we don't want to hear it.
No.
We all live in here. What does that have to do, with anything? You got to get it done, man. And Farhan did. Somebody on the text line made a good point, Bonte, when talking about the overpay. It's essentially the California market, right? The Bay Area market, the condo that you live in, right? The apartment that you live in. You know you're overpaying, but you like the weather out here. You like the things that living in Northern California affords you.
Right.
And the Giants, they wanted something nice, and sometimes you have to pay for things that are nice.
It is what it is.
We just don't know how bad of an overpay it's going to be. That's what we don't know.
Hey, but on the annual average value,
27
million. I can live with that. 27 million per year. I can live with that for Carlos Correa. I can. He's going to get you 20 home runs. He's going to get you anywhere from 70 to 90 RBI. He's going to bat anywhere from 270 to 300, probably 270 to 290. But it's all good. You're going to get good, solid defense. He has a presence in that batter's box, so there's no doubt. Now, is he going to run? Is he going to steal bases? Nah, that's not his game. It's not his game. Would I like a little more speed? Absolutely. But right now, you don't have that. Maybe Benintendi comes. That's a speed guy. It's a guy who's going to hit for average, and he's going to give you some speed. That'd be a nice move. For the
you get
Giants.
Benintendi, even though he doesn't really play center. If you get Benintendi, you really don't need Mike Yastrzemski at that point. You don't.
You can flip him.
Yes, you would definitely be able to flip him. Right. And the thing about Carlos Correa, big guy, he goes about 6'3", 6'4". Even when he gets older, Bonte, let's call it when he hits 36 years old and the rest of that contract, you throw him at first base.
Yep.
DH him, throw him at first base. So there are worse deals to make. Aaron Judge, I don't know if you throw him at first base at the end of his contract or he's just a DH. I think that all things considered, if you're mad about the Carlos Correa signing, I'd need to know who you wanted. And if that answer is Dansby Swanson, whenever we find out what he gets or wherever he ends up going, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not very similar. It's not going to be as much as Carlos Correa because of the projectables, but I don't think you would be saving that much money for what you could get. Are you going to get this from Carlos Correa? We don't know. But at least you have an opportunity to find out.
925, Xfinity mobile text line. Even Mark Willard was down on Farhan yesterday. That's how bad it was for Farhan's ID. When Mark Willard's down on Farhan, you know you've done something wrong.
Yeah. Want to get away? That's what Farhan was about to be on.
Well, you know what? You can stay now. Cancel that flight, buddy.
Yeah.
Get your ass back in that office down there in 3rd and King and make something else happen. Now we need to get greedy as you're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM and HD1 San Francisco, always live on the free Odyssey app. Download the Odyssey app and favorite 95.7 The Game for the best and most up-to-date sports coverage. And do not forget that you can also watch us every single day on our YouTube and Twitch streams. Just log on and search 95.7 The Game. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel while you are there. For our 7 o'clock audience, the Giants signed Carlos Correa, 13 years, $350 million. Now, let's switch to the basketball team here in the Bay Area for a second. The Golden State Warriors. Who dropped the 2-12 on the road. Damn it! They're on a 6-game road trip. They open up in Milwaukee, probably the toughest matchup on this road trip. All right, you beat Boston, the #1 team in the East, Saturday night. Great game. You beat them by 16. Splash Brothers combined for 66 points. Kuminga was really good off the bench. They shut down Tatum. Then you fly to Milwaukee. Okay, Andrew Wiggins is not in the lineup. He's going to miss tonight as well. Right adductor strain. We'll see if he plays Friday in Philly. Hopefully he can play Sunday in Toronto for his homecoming. But they just got pummeled in the paint. Pummeled on the glass. Pummeled from the free throw line. I mean, the Bucks ran them off the three-point line, and I just saw so many bad floaters. The Warriors got frustrated with the physicality. There was 9 technical fouls called in that game. And now, again, 2-12 on the road, the worst road record in the Western Conference. They are 14-14. It's not all doom and gloom. They're still in the thick of things in the Western Conference. But is this is this the way the year's going to go with the Golden State Warriors? Are they going to gain any traction? Are we going to see that 8 to 9 game winning streak with this basketball team?
They got punked.
They got punked.
I just got to say that right now. You got straight up punked. And I think the worst part of it is, Bonte, was anybody surprised? Did anybody, to your point, did anybody really think the Warriors, I think maybe Dan Devone did. We talked about it. We talked about it on Monday.
What, he thought they was going to beat the Bucks?
He thought they were going to beat the Bucks. He got them going 4-2 over this stretch, and I said, good luck on you.
Can I just get to 500?
I don't think a lot of people were surprised at what happened last night, and I think, to your point, that's part of the problem. Mm-hmm. Nobody thought that they were going to go out, do what they did against the Celtics, and be able to play at that level against the Bucks. Nobody did. And now you have a back-to-back. We don't know who's going to play, who's not going to play. You can't keep just giving up games. And that's what the Warriors have been doing. And this is why, if we look at it from a big picture standpoint for a second, this is why nobody wanted to see the Bucks in the finals last season.
There's no doubt.
No doubt about it, man.
Giannis is like Gumby.
I'm cool off that. I do not want to see the Bucks in the finals, man. I'll tell you that much right now.
And look,
they did not have Drew Holiday either.
And Chris Middleton was hurt.
And Chris
Middleton
got hurt. Right. He's barely been
Celtics
playing.
Series. He's only played, last night. No Drew Holiday, you're right. Non-COVID illness. Middleton, 6th game of the season. Mm-hmm. And when you talk about not seeing the Bucks last year at the finals, Middleton missed that second-round series against the Celtics, in which they lost in 7. The numbers are staggering. All right, the Bucks were up by 26. That was their biggest lead yesterday. The points in the paint, 48-30 advantage for Milwaukee. And it felt like it was bigger than that. You look at the glass. They out-rebound the Warriors 55-37. 55-37. All right, the Warriors made 23s. They were 20 and 50 for the three-point line.
Yeah.
You don't see many teams lose when they make 23s. They also attempted 13 more shots than Milwaukee. But the big difference is the Warriors can't defend without fouling. Now, you could say they got a tough whistle from James Capers and Ben Taylor and Ray Acosta. I don't care. Free throw attempts in the first quarter, Milwaukee 13, the Warriors 0. They can't defend without fouling. No. They're the worst. They're the worst team in the league when it comes to giving up free throw attempts. And then what does that do? Well, it allows a team like Milwaukee to set their defense, where they're long and athletic, and they could suffocate you and run you off the three-point line. You're going up against set defenses over and over and over again. You're not going to get fast break points. You look at the fast break points, the Warriors ended up with 7. That was late in the game. Mm-hmm. They got outscored in the fast break 16-7. Points in the paint, like I just said, 48-30. The bench points, Bobby Portis came in. Nobody touched him. Nobody touched him. He was 1 of 4 for the three-point line. Yet, he was 10 of 11 everywhere else. I mean, come on.
The last show we did, I said the Warriors could use a guy like Bobby Portis.
Absolutely.
And he kind of proved it to me. I mean, defensively, Bonte, I don't think the Warriors' defense is – I know it has struggled, but specifically against a big, long team like the Bucks, that's just not going to work. I mean, Clay is out here guarding Bobby Portis, out here guarding Giannis, and it's not
Anthony
just Giannis.
Lamb was guarding Giannis at one point.
And it's not just Giannis. I was excited to see Kuminga try to take on Giannis, and that's the thing. The Bucks are really good. This could be more about the Bucks than the Warriors because the Bucks have been rolling. I was watching the game last night, and the people I was watching it with, man, the Warriors, they just can't stop Giannis. Well, nobody can.
Nobody. And you know what? Giannis wasn't great last night.
No, that's the problem.
No, he ended up with 30 points and 12 rebounds, but the dude shot 9 of 26 from the floor.
Yeah.
He was not efficient whatsoever, but he got to the free throw line 17 times, 11 to 17. And now Steph Curry didn't get any calls. He got a technical in the first quarter. Jordan Poole got another technical. Jordan Poole, by the way, he gets in these modes to where he just over dribbles, and he plays 100 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Dribble, pass. Dribble, pass.
Yeah.
Slow down. And physical teams seem to bother him. So he was out of his element. He was 3 of 13 in the first half. He ended up 6 of 17. Klay Thompson got off to a hot start, 9 points in the first quarter. He ended up only scoring 14, 6 of 16 from the floor. Draymond didn't have the only impact Draymond Green had was on that fan courtside.
Yeah.
When he got him tossed.
Which was wild, by the way.
Which was wild. Apparently, Draymond said the guy threatened his family or something like that.
Who pays that type of money to just? I don't know if the guy was in his right mind. Whatever the case is, who does that? Who does that? And Draymond is thinking, I don't want to deal with this, and I shouldn't have to deal with this. But Bonte, there was going back to the game itself. There was a stretch. I think it was in the second quarter before it got out of hand, where the Bucks, I think, swatted they swatted the Warriors probably consecutively 4 or 5 times.
Yep.
Pat Connaughton, who we found out has a 43-inch vertical.
Oh, he could jump.
Well, he showed it.
I saw him at Oracle Arena shut the gym down. He came at Oracle Arena one year with Eric Bledsoe on them, and I said, "Who the hell is that?" Yeah, this dude's got hops.
You know that
White meat
video?
can't jump.
You know that video? I packed that thing too. I did not know that. There was a stretch. There were 4 or 5 swats in a row. It was a block party, and the Bucks, Bonte, the Bucks were legit laughing. Lopez was laughing on the court like, get these little dudes, get this JV team out of here in terms of size. Yep. Get these guys. You guys want to, and the question is now, the Warriors a finesse team.
They've usually been the leaders when it came to points in the paint. It's a good question. Bucks scored the last 6 points in the first half. They go up 12. It was a 58-52 game. And from that point, the Bucks had outscored the Warriors 27-10 and blew the game open. So we'll talk more about it. Here we go, 405. Dude, the Giants just got Correa. I just read it on Twitter. You're talking nonsense. They got Correa. Why aren't you breaking news to some of us that just found out? 405, we talk Correa for an hour. We're going to continue to talk Correa. And if you just found out about it, I can't help you. How the hell did you just find out about Correa signing? You living in 1990? It's just 2022, homie. Good Lord.
Shout out 415.
So what's coming up on the game? Sponsored by Fremont Bank, full service banking, no compromises, and Lucky California. More on the Correa signing, more on the Golden State Warriors, 888-957-9570. Anybody concerned about the Golden State Warriors during this daunting road trip? Plus, Carlos Correa signs for 13 years, $350 million. What does it mean? What does it mean, Giants fans? That's coming up on the roast.
This holiday season, Lucky California helps you save. On sale this week, select Pepsi, 7-Up, Coke, and Polar 12-packs or Rockstar Energy 4-packs are buy 2, get 3 free of equal or lesser value. Eat, drink, and save at Lucky California.
The Giants made a splash.
Correa deep to center field. Going back is Mullins and gone a home run.
Carlos Correa is a San Francisco Giant.
2-2, Correa out to left. This sends back a Rosarena. Take a look at the bullpen. Forget about it.
We're reacting with you on 95.7 The Game.
Christmas time is here, and so are all the greatest deals on power tools at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet. Enjoy 12 days of deals on all your favorite brands starting December 12th. Grab free batteries with tons of Makita products and more of this year's greatest deals. Save $100 on a Makita 18-volt rear handle circular saw and take home 2 free batteries to top it off. Stop by Fasteners Inc. at 2897 Monterey Road, December 12th through the 24th, or shop online at fastenersinc.net.
This holiday season, tee it up at the Golf Mart for the hottest gifts from Titleist and Bushnell. Elevate your performance with Titleist TSR drivers designed to maximize distance. While you're there, grab a dozen Pro V1 or Pro V1X golf balls. And from Bushnell, save up to $75 on the Tour V5 and Tour V5 Shift rangefinders. We also have gift cards for those favorite golfers on your list. Don't miss these holiday gifts and more happening now at the Golf Mart, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee.
O'Reilly. Don't risk getting stranded with a bad battery. Our professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts will test your battery for free. If your battery does need to be replaced, we'll help you find the best battery for your vehicle and your budget. Don't wait until your battery is dead. Get it tested for free today at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Uncle, Kate's gonna leave me, and I need your advice.
What's the problem, John?
She thinks I'm cheating on her, but I'm not. It's just that I have ED now, and I don't know why.
Don't worry. The same thing happened to me. All men lose testosterone with age, and this can cause ED. I went to Balanced Medical Solutions, and they helped me rebalance my hormones. Now your aunt is happy again, and I lost weight, too.
Thank you. I'm gonna call them today.
Guys, stop suffering. Call Balanced Medical Solutions now at 510-679-3300 or visit balancedmedicalsolutions.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Fast just got a whole lot faster. Xfinity has the fastest internet with up to 6 gig speed. Plus, Xfinity Mobile is the fastest mobile service with 5G and millions of Wi-Fi hotspots. You heard that right. Xfinity just increased internet speeds again. And Xfinity Mobile gives you can't-catch-me speeds. The fastest internet, the fastest mobile service, and major savings? Can't argue with the facts. Now through December 21st, new customers can get 1.2 gig internet plus Xfi Complete with unlimited data and Wi-Fi equipment included. It's just $50 a month for 2 full years with no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Plus, get $200 back. Go to Xfinity.com/faster. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
Hi, I'm Aaron, owner of California Deluxe Windows. Ever notice? When your neighbors get new windows, there is a large black eye of broken stucco, uneven plaster, and even mismatched paint. At California Deluxe Windows, we never leave a ring around the window. Why? Because we are one of the only companies in California who custom crafts every window and door to your home's exact measurements. Almost everyone else on the radio is a distributor. They grab a window from a warehouse, break open your walls, shove it in, and patch things up. At California Deluxe Windows, we take pride in our work. Our installation technique is so precise, we do not break your stucco. Your house could be covered with potato chips, and we wouldn't crack one.
Call now, and for a limited time, you get 30% off your entire order and 24 months of interest-free financing. 800-874-3600. 800-874-3600. That's 800-874-3600. California Deluxe Windows. Windows engineered for life.
Certain terms and conditions apply. CSLB number 774518.
At Target, make the holidays a breeze with same-day pickup and delivery. Order today and get it today by choosing free drive-up, free order pickup, or same-day delivery when you order on Target.com or through the Target app. This season, get festive faster and holiday the easy way with Target's same-day pickup and delivery. Choose free drive-up, free order pickup, or same-day delivery on everything you need for the holidays. Only at Target.
When you can't stop, there's Vicks VapoRub. Vicks VapoRub sends powerful medicated Vicks vapors right to the source of your... so you can experience cough relief and breathe easier. Generations of families have trusted Vicks VapoRub to help relieve the worst cold symptoms. So next time you have a cough, reach for the Vicks VapoRub. Vicks VapoRub. Cough relieving is believing.
Hey, it's Willard of Willard and Dibs, 9 to noon. Now let's get you back to the morning roast with Bonte and Joe. Boys, the changeover is coming. You better be ready. We'll talk to you soon.
Wrap it up, Mark. We only needed a 10-second rejoin, not a 20-second one. And the changeover's not happening until 9 o'clock. And it will be brief. It will be a brief one. We got a back-to-back with the Golden State Warriors, 3 o'clock pregame today on NBC Sports Bay Area. Quick turnaround. So your boy needs to get out of here, get a quick little... Yeah. A quick little... Apparently there's an all-staff meeting here today. Hey, Stacy Kaufman. Stacy, I need a pink slip, please. I need an excuse. A doctor's note.
Hall pass.
Something. Hall
Literally
pass.
talking that with producer Sam Lubman back here. I was like, my 2-month-old's really gassy. I got to go.
Hey, Biddy's got some poopies. Got to go change some diapers. Need some Pepto. We got Alan Styles in for Joe Shasky the Butcher. I'm sure Butcher's out there listening, and he's probably sitting there. Correa. He's going to come in with about 15 takes on Correa tomorrow.
You think he's going to be happy?
Come on, smile, people.
He's probably going to Juan Farhan to sign a 5-year extension now. That's just how my guy rolls. That's how he rolls. By the way, shout out YouTube, Twitch, Xfinity Mobile text line. Download the Odyssey app, 95.7 The Game. Thousands of other stations and millions of podcasts are free on the Odyssey app. Sports talk, music, news, podcasts are all available completely free. You can catch every single Warriors game live on the app, including tonight when the Warriors take on the Indiana Pacers. Of course, the Pacers beat the Warriors last Monday night at Chase Center to snap their 10-game home winning streak. Pacers, full squad. They're on the 2-game losing streak, however, but they come in at 14-14. So this will be a very interesting game with the Golden State Warriors. We're rolling hot on Carlos Correa, who signed a 13-year, $350 million deal. Alice Dowles, your thoughts when this move came down the timeline?
First of all, I had to make sure it wasn't another fake. I had to, click on the verified and make sure everything we saw was the real deal. But once I confirmed,
the real Jeff Passan.
Exactly. Once I confirmed that it was indeed real, I was excited, man. I was excited for the fan base. I was excited for the organization because it's been a very confusing couple years for the Giants. You get the 107 wins. Nobody knows what to do with that. There's been a lot of turnover. You're not sure who's going to say, who's going to go. We've been joking about what jerseys do you buy for the Giants. And they go out and they at least get a foundation piece that you can say, all right, well, we know we have this guy. And we can work around everything else. We know we have this guy. We've been complaining so much about all the platooning, completely different lineups when you face a lefty versus a righty. And I've always said, even with the platooning, I know what the numbers say, but you got to get into a rhythm. It's hard for these guys to get into a rhythm. We have a guy that we know, lefty, righty, submariner. He could be kicking the ball up there. Carlos Correa is going to be in this lineup.
Right.
And have we had anybody else like that? I mean, I guess Brandon Crawford.
Yeah.
And that's not great. I know the whole league has been doing the platooning thing, but the Giants have been taking it to another level. You get a guy that you know is going to be a solid rock in this lineup. You might bat. You can bat anywhere from 3 to 4 to 5. Doesn't matter. And defensively, that's the thing about Aaron Judge. Right field, I mean, yeah, he is a really good right fielder. Some center, but he's a big dude.
Not in this yard, though.
Not in this yard. So if you're gonna. The thing about playing baseball is when you're in the outfield, you're going to stay in the outfield. If you're in the infield, it opens up a lot more. And Carlos Correa isn't going to leave the infield, but he is much more versatile if you're going to spend that money than Aaron Judge. So moving forward, the 13 years, he could be a first baseman. Those last couple years of the contract, I think everybody's got to be excited. And look, we've been talking about Carlos Correa a lot. And there's a guy from right here from the Bay Area. There's a picture of him, wanting to be a Giants fan, and he ended up doing it. Our own Brandon Crawford.
Right.
There are a lot of fans out there that wonders what happens now.
Right.
Well, Brandon Crawford's got 1 year left on his deal. Mm-hmm. I personally think that he'll play shortstop at least to start the season. Carlos Correa will go to third base. And here's the thing. This deal doesn't get done if that conversation doesn't happen.
Right.
So whether it happened with Brandon Crawford, whether it happened with Carlos Correa and what was understood, we'll find out.
So
we'll find out.
Is there any chance Crawford moves to second base?
He could. I just feel like,
because who would play second right now? Tyro Estrada?
You feel good? Wilmer, J.D. Davis.
Oh.
That's the thing about Wilmer. He had a good season, but can we relax with the Wilmer takes?
I mean, Wilmer is a good player. He's solid.
Mm-hmm.
He's a 7-hitter on a really good team.
I don't need him in my lineup.
Yeah, I mean,
what are you going to do with Wilmer? When's the last time somebody asked that? We got to fit room in for Wilmer.
Yeah, no, this is about Correa.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see him at. I want the torch. I guess you got to ride out with Crawford.
You got to ride it out.
You got to ride it out.
He's earned that.
You got to ride it out.
Come on, you got to give him the last home game. Everybody's clapping for him, standing ovation. Not as if he hasn't announced his retirement, but it's probably going to be his last season with the Giants.
No doubt. So that's what happens with Crawford. You let him ride it out like Baumgartner and Bochy, right? So then you get Correa. Maybe he plays third base, maybe plays short. Look, he's 28 years old. It's a good move. Last year with the Twins, and a lot of people were asking, well, why'd you give him 13 years, $350 million? Apparently the Twins offered 10 years, $285 million. We said this at the start of free agency. We said this last year. If the Giants want to get a guy, you're going to have to overpay, and you're going to have to blow him away, which is why a lot of us thought, you know what, the negotiations with Aaron Judge should have started at $400 million. Here's $400 million right out the rip. Now, maybe he doesn't leave the Yankees, and he didn't. He didn't. That's fine. But you had to start somewhere, and you had to say, hey, look, we want to build around you. And this is what they're doing with Carlos Correa. So now you got your centerpiece. You have Carlos Correa. We'll see what Marco Luciano, if he could get called up at some point this year. We'll see about Kyle Harrison. But now all of a sudden, the Giants look more attractive to a guy like Juan Soto.
That's true.
In 2 years. They look more attractive to a guy like Shohei Ohtani, right? Next year. Now all of a sudden you look attractive around the league, said, oh, so the Giants will spend money. Farhan will give out 10, 11, 12, 13-year deals. They're willing to bring out the Brinks truck. So you had to start somewhere, and that's why this move to me is big time. Now, does it take the heat off of Farhan Zaidi? Slightly. We still need more. We're not going to settle for 81-81. We need more. So this is a good starting point, though, for Farhan, especially after those quotes in the Chronicle. Basically saying, yeah, I can't sign free agents because of the politics of the market. Man. Yeah, it's just a polarizing city.
You know what? As they say, some people might be blue, some people might be red, but everybody's green. Everybody is green. I can tell you that right now. So the politics was not a problem in this situation. When you back up the Briggs truck. So
that's save that drop for when Alan is doing night shows. We're going to play that. That is beautiful.
That's right.
But you're absolutely right. The green, $350 million. What politics? What homelessness?
Doesn't matter anymore, man.
What taxes? Yeah, 300.
And if you're gonna be the king of a city, right? Hey, we're giving you the keys to the city. By the way, 209 chiming in. Any opt-outs? No opt-outs. He is here.
And a full no trade clause.
Full no trade clause. Out of all the cities you could be a king of, I mean, San Francisco's got to be in the top 5, right?
It's not even just San Francisco. It is the Bay Area. It is Napa Valley. It is the East Bay. It is Santana Row in San Jose. It is Gilroy. It is Campbell. It is everything. Midlow, Atherton. It is the Bay Area. Hey, you want to go to Moran and ride on the boat with Klay Thompson? Huh. It's all those things. It's not just San Francisco. You're selling the Bay Area. And the Bay Area is a great place to live. It's a great place to play. This fan base will support you. They will not boo you. And the Giants-Dodgers rivalry now intensifies because Dodger fans basically was like, no, you bet not sign Carlos Correa.
Yeah.
You cannot wear Dodger blue. Big-time move for the Giants. Big-time move.
I am wondering if anybody cares about that whole thing. And one thing to note about that, Bonte, and look, all I'm saying is do your homework because nobody is innocent. Everybody likes to think, okay, everybody's innocent. This is all I'm going to say, just quickly to everybody saying the cheating this, cheating that. 1951, go ahead and Google this. That whole shot heard round the world. Well, Bobby Thompson, there were some allegations going on. Now, technically, what they did, what the Giants did at that time wasn't illegal. But allegedly, the Giants used a telescope and or binoculars in the clubhouse behind center field to steal the catcher's signs. Bobby Thompson was asked, did he know what pitch was coming? Of course, he said he did not. I'm just saying, everybody has something.
Yeah.
Everybody has something.
Dude, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
And it's against the Dodgers. What are you complaining about?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's trying to get a competitive edge. You don't think teams are still deflating footballs? You don't think teams are still zooming in on team signs? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On signals? It's going to happen forever. Ever. And by the way, the whole thing, I keep yelling about this, about the 2017 World Series with the Astros-Dodgers. The Astros won 2 games at Dodger Stadium. Game 7 was at Dodger Stadium. Were they banging trash cans during that game where Yu Darvish couldn't throw a strike in the first inning?
Inside man? Probably not.
Probably not, right?
Probably
they
not.
They won 2 games at Dodger Stadium. Protect your home field.
Yeah.
Game 7 was at your house. You lost it. Cry more. There's somebody who cares. You know?
Yeah.
I just, but this is a good move for the Giants. And What a difference 24 hours makes for Farhan Zaidi. Even if he didn't make this move happen, at least now we say, you know what, Farhan? You showed us something. That's a start. That's a start. You can stay for a little while longer. Let's go to Adam in San Francisco. Adam, what's happening?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning.
Alan, welcome to the morning show. I've heard you on the show a couple times, and I'm boss, you know I love you too and everything. Freaking Alan, you just got a radio voice, so I just got to give you some props. You need to get on more often. Anyway,
Appreciate you.
Of course. It's crazy what 24 hours can do. I won't lie to you. After the Judge news, I waited that morning on hold, and you guys connected me, and then I lost connection. I was bummed, and I wanted to go on the rant of all rants. Like, why on earth would I pay $30 for a crab sandwich, $20 for a beer, $40 for nosebleeds just to watch no one out here in the ballpark? Like, why as a fan going to pay to see nothing? Now stuff just got really interesting. We have, the Giants have a star again. Like, it's something to build around, kind of what you guys were talking about with Machado. And it's like, I need to apologize to Farhan just to all right, you finally made the move. You made a move. And I don't think they're done. I think this now, when you add in all the signings you've done now so far with pitching, with Haniger, everything like that, it's like, okay, you got something building, but like you said, we do need more. But my attitude, at least from one fan here in the Bay Area, has significantly changed.
Good call, Adam. Good call. What about you, Derek? Derek in San Jose. Derek, you're on the roast.
Hey, fellas, thanks for taking my call. Look, y'all, you were just talking a minute ago. Will Crawford move to second base? No shot. He's standing short for the last year of his contract. Correa, for all the cheating talk, will respect Crawford as the lifelong Giant. Let him play out the last year. Then we'll see what happens. He's got another 12 years here in the Bay. As for second base, you talked about J.D. Davis. No thanks. It's Tyro Estrada's job. You talked about platooning. Tyro Estrada's not a platoon guy. He started 139 games last year, 107 of them at second base. Hit 260, 15 home runs, 20-plus doubles. That's exactly the kind of production I need out of an everyday second baseman. Now, is he a two-hitter? No. Like Bonte said, you're going to always be talking about he's a 6 or not quite 7, ideally 8-hitter on a playoff lineup.
Right.
But Correa at third, Crawford at short, Tyro at second. We'll figure out first base later. Thanks for taking my call, fellas.
It's not bad. No doubt. No doubt. 888-957-9570. Does your perspective of Farhan Zaidi change with this signing? Does your perspective of the Giants change with this signing? 13 years, $350 million. The Giants have finally entered the offseason after striking out and ended up with Mitch Haniger. And look, Mitch Haniger's a fine player, played 57 games last year, but it wasn't enough.
No.
Wasn't going to get it done. You go sign Sean Manaea. We all watched him get rocked by the Dodgers last year. That wasn't enough. You go sign Ross Stripling. Oh, yawn. It's a yawn.
Yeah.
Did you go get Carlos Correa? Okay. Now I'm getting up out the bed. Now I'm saying 6:45 first pitch. Let me turn the TV on and see what's going on at Oracle Park. Because you signed Carlos Correa. By the way, shout out to Jeff Rail. Jeff Rail out there in Paris watching us on YouTube. All the way in Paris, Alan. We're international.
We're worldwide.
Worldwide,
Mr. Worldwide,
baby.
Someone called Pitbull. Mr. Worldwide. Bonte, for all the talk about, Farhan, this for everybody who's not happy about this signing, I want you to, again, this is the second time we're having people close our eyes. I guess I'm into meditation now, Bonte.
I'll meditate. My girl meditates every night. Let me meditate now.
Dodgers Stadium, Carlos Correa comes up to bat. He's getting booed like nobody's business. First pitch off Kershaw. Ding dong Donkey Kong. Does anybody care anymore about the 13 years when that happens?
Nobody cares.
Does anybody care about the $350 million when that happens? No. You will be cheering. Does anybody care about the cheating when that happens? No. You will be cheering with all the rest of the Giants fans. Think about that. That's all that matters right now, Bonte. That's all that matters.
I'm thinking about Ding Dong Donkey Kong right now. I love that.
Alan's dropping some jibs this morning. Ding Dong Donkey Kong. You could be red or blue, but everybody is green. That is. Oh, man, I got to open my eyes again. Damn, it felt good to close my eyes. I was imagining Carlos Correa in that all-gray San Francisco get-up at Dodger Stadium, pipping a home run, bat flipping, throwing a bat 50 feet in the air, walking down the first base line. I want all that smoke.
And doing the shush.
Doing the shush. Oh, my gosh. I want all the smoke. Carlos Correa wants all the smoke. That's what type of player I roll with. He wants to smoke. He wants the attention. He wants the spotlight. He wants to be up in the batter's box in the big moment. Big moment. This guy's a player. Now, is he an Aaron Judge? He's been better than Aaron Judge in the postseason. That's for damn sure.
That's
Sam
what
Lubman,
matters.
hey, producer Sam Lubman, we'll get back to the calls in a second. Lubman, I asked Lubman last night. So, who'd you rather give the money to, Judge or Correa? Because, rather give it to Judge. He came in here 625. You know what? I changed my mind. I want Correa. This is the guy. So he's in. Spinone's laughing. But Lubman's in. Lubman, how happy are you right now?
I'm like really, really happy today, Bonte.
Is your dad happy too?
I actually haven't texted him yet. I got to give him a call and
I'm
see how he's
shocked.
doing. He was probably asleep when the news came through. So no, I actually got to check in on Dad, see what he's thinking right now. But he's probably amped up too, and I got to make sure he renewed the season tickets for next year.
Damn, look at Lubman.
I mean, we were going to renew them regardless, but this makes it a lot easier.
No, you're lying.
Nah,
you were already
definitely
giving
was.
the bad
We are
boys up.
hardcore going every day.
Lubman got the media credential. He hasn't paid for a ticket since.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's that too. But no, my dad, he likes it when he doesn't like it when they're bad, but like when the Giants are bad, he enjoys the very short bathroom line. So that's why he still goes when times are down.
Is it we are doing the season tickets, or is it my dad that's doing the season tickets?
My dad is doing the season tickets, and then he will throw me a bone every now and then.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's true. They are my dad's season tickets. He will appreciate that I'm saying that.
Let him rock, Spadoni.
Yeah, little flex,
put him
man.
on blast like that.
Yeah, what you doing, man?
No. He brings up a good point. You know, I got to give credit where it's due. That Dad has the tickets, and then I get to tag along.
Dude.
So
As
I
a
gotta
father of two, Bonte, and you're father of one, come on. We need our respect, all right?
I mean, Spadoni turned it into San Francesco. I was just throwing them under the bus.
Yeah.
Man, what's going on around these parts? Let's get to Filmo Mike. Filmo Mike in the city. We're just talking about Filmo Mike.
We were.
Yeah. Filmo Mike, what's happening?
Hey, man, I'm feeling good. I'm happy for Farhan. I'm glad he finally got to, wrangle in a big boy. I'm happy for the Giants. We got some swag. We got a youngster. We got more athletic. So we checked off a lot of boxes.
No doubt.
Watching the doc from Willie Mays, the Giants was the leaders of getting international players from, the Dominican Republic, African Americans. So I'm happy to see some color, to keep it real. Nothing against, the white baseball players or nothing like that, but I'm happy to see some color on the, within the organization. Nothing against Crawford, Posey, Lincecum, all the great white American baseball players, but I'm happy that we got some color, you know what I'm saying? Even if he's not African American, black, or, whatever. But anyway, I'm happy as hell. I think Farhan did a good job. And if you look, overall, he's piecing together a good team.
It's not bad.
He would have got Josh Bell. Not bad at all. He's putting together a good team. We got 6 starters potentially. I like what he's doing. I like the direction after this signing. Before this signing, completely disappointed. After this signing, it's a whole new day.
Oh, Filmo Mike, dropping some bars right there. It is a whole new day. What a difference 24 hours makes. I was so down on Farhan. He had to go. Yesterday, he had to go.
It was the same time, the same amount of time that he was with the Dodgers.
Right.
And for how, how much everybody said, oh my goodness, look at what he did. Look what he did there. He's been with the Giants the same amount of time.
Right.
And we were not seeing the same
results.
the same results at all. And this can change your arc, Bonte. This can change your arc. And Farhan, if you continue to do these things, people are going to start to rock with you. Now, you got to go out and win games. But, Wayne Gretzky, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you miss out on Judge and you miss out on Correa, Xander Bogart's already gone.
Right.
Dansby Swanson, who knows what was going to happen there.
Right.
He might want to stay back east. You had to get it done.
You had to get this done. You had to get it done. And 24 hours later, after a lot of us wanted Farhan out, I wouldn't have lost sleep if he got fired before spring training. Now, that wasn't going to happen. He was going to get the year. But I was so down on Farhan, I didn't want to hear anything about him. I didn't. I really didn't. Now, you know what? whether or not he was involved. I know Bob Myers joined the midday show last week with Guru. Last week he was talking about, hey, the GM gets too much credit. The GM gets criticized too much. Because Bob was talking about Farhan missing out on Aaron Judge or whatnot. Farhan may get too much credit here. But you know what? You build equity when the big boy comes in. 13 years, $350 million. You get a guy like that who you place right in the middle of the lineup. Second, third, fourth. You know Correa's going to hit. He's going to have power. He's going to be a presence in that batter's box. You get a hand clap.
Right.
You get credit for that.
Well, when everybody was sitting there, saying, why are we missing out here? Why are we doing this? I didn't hear Larry Bear's name.
Nope.
I heard Farhan's name the whole time. So now, conversely, he's going to have to get this credit. And again, you don't go to the movies and maybe you do, but you don't go to the movies and complain about the price of the popcorn.
It's going to be about $6.
You know it's going to hit you.
It's going to hit you hard.
You know it's going to hit you.
You budget for that.
You budget for that, and that's what the Giants did.
Yep.
You don't go to Disneyland and complain about how expensive the turkey leg is that your kid wants.
No.
You budgeted for that.
Just swipe that credit card, baby.
Exactly.
And you keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
And now I want to see the Giants continue to swipe that credit card. It's a big boy market. The Warriors are swiping the credit card left and right. They don't care how much tax they're paying right now. Joe Lakers paying tax out. Jet York, John Lynch, they put the picks, Kyle Shanahan, they put the picks on the table for Christian McCaffrey. Said, we don't give a damn about the picks. Just give us Christian McCaffrey. And they're, oh my God, you gave up a second, third, fourth, and a future fifth-round pick. Does anybody care about those draft picks now?
Yeah. Ty Davis Price. Where's he at? Third-round pick.
We don't care.
We keep whiffing on him. We keep whiffing on these picks anyway, so I guess we
just go get an established home run hitter.
Right.
And you know what? Has anybody brought the picks in the last 3 weeks when it comes to Christian McCaffrey? No, what we're bringing up is the 14 carries for 119 yards for 8.5 yards a rush. That's what we care about. We do not care about the picks. If Correa hits 25 to 30 jacks and he drives in 80 to 100 RBIs and he bats 280, guess what? We're not going to bring up the 13-year, $350 million contract. We're going to say we got a guy. And all of a sudden, your future daughter can go get a Correa jersey. You can put her in a Correa onesie.
There you go.
I go put baby Chaz in a Correa jersey. All of a sudden, Sad Love, it's like, you know what? I don't have to make a custom jersey no more. I go get me a jersey for a guy who's going to be on the field for 13 years. Carlos Correa.
He might still make a custom jersey just because, though.
Yeah, that's Sam Love, man. Swiss Shasky is Love it does. They make custom jerseys with their names on it. They're part of the team. Steve in Santa Rosa. Steve, what's happening?
Welcome, Carlos Correa, to San Francisco Giants, a bona fide big star. This guy is a great addition. He's a winner. He's clutch all the time. I don't care about the numbers and the stats. When the money's on the line, he comes through every time.
No doubt.
A great player. I'm really jacked about this. Now, please get rid of that dead weight on first base, and we'll really be going somewhere. That's all I got to say.
I know he's never hit 30 home runs in a season, Carlos Correa. Career high, 26 home runs, 92 RBIs in 2021 in his last season with the Astros. He was the Rookie of the Year, 2016, 20 homers, 96 RBI, batted .274. Look, he's not the perfect player. He's not a five-tool player. He doesn't have the speed to steal bases left and right.
He's not slow, though.
He's not slow. He can run the base pass well. He'll go first to third and second to home, no doubt. He's had some injuries. He's got an injury history. We read it off in the first hour. We'll read it again. 2021, he played 148 games. That's the second highest total of his career. Is it concerning that happened in the contract year? No doubt. There is. The strike shortened season. He wasn't good. OPS, on-base percentage, 709. Not good, right? He had a thumb injury back in 2018. Not good. He's had injuries left and right. Okay, I get it. But you had to do something. You had to do something here. And this guy was the best available player on the market, and the Giants snagged him.
Yeah.
And they haven't snagged a lot of these guys lately.
No. And I don't know if it was particularly close at this point.
No.
With Aaron Judge off the off the market, I don't know if between Xander Bogaerts and Carlos Correa, but Xander Bogaerts also getting taken off. This was the guy everybody was looking at.
Mm-hmm.
And you're picking between Minnesota and the Bay Area.
Yeah,
and
it's an easy call, right?
It's kind of an easy call.
Right.
They got the Great Mall of America out there, but I think I would go Bay Area as well.
Mall or Bay Area?
Exactly.
Mall or red wine in Napa?
And look, even though we might not believe in what happened in the 107 wins, that's still something that you can put on the table and say, hey, just 2 years ago, we set a franchise record. So you can never count us out in any situation.
Right.
We add you to this, somebody that's going to be a staple. We're getting some other guys in. You already seen us making moves. So we have an opportunity. And by the way, sure, the Padres are stacked. I have heard, Bonte, I got some sources that are telling me that there is a team targeting Tatis, by the way. That would be the New York Yankees.
Via trade?
Via trade. They are interested. The Padres are playing positionless baseball out there. They got a bunch of shortstops they don't know what to do with.
That would be a mistake to get rid of Tatis.
Well, they just got Xander Bogaerts, so they're trying to fit, and they still got Manny, so I don't know if you got Xander at second, and you put, I guess Tatis has been doing some outfield work.
Yeah.
So they're making moves. But the Dodgers, if you're pitching this to Correa, the Padres, they're always making moves, but they've never actually done anything. Okay, we don't know if they're ever going to actually do anything. Then you go to the Dodgers, who all they've done this season is lose Trey Turner. All they've done is essentially gotten worse.
Mm-hmm.
So we have an opportunity here, and we want you to lead the way, Carlos Correa.
No doubt, and he's a leader. He's got swagger. This is a good move, very good move. I'm laughing at the text line. 408 Xfinity Mobile text line. Bonte, you're turning into a professional backpedaler. Going to be a Pro Bowl DB by the end of the year between Jimmy and Farhan. Farhan hasn't done. He's got more work to do.
Mm-hmm.
The verdict is still out on Farhan Zaidi. You get credit for a move like this, but we're still looking at Marco Luciano. What is he going to do? What is Kyle Harrison going to do? What's the catcher's name? Bailey? Or no, Philip. I always get his name. Patrick Bailey.
Patrick Bailey.
Patrick Bailey. Hunter Bishop. All right, we're still looking at you, Farhan. You're not off the hook, but you can stay for a little while longer. Got no problem with that. By the way, it's a Warriors Wednesday brought to you by SFO. Go to flysfo.com/holidays for your chance to win $1,000 towards a nonstop flight from SFO today. Warriors Wednesday as the Warriors lose to the Milwaukee Bucks. We'll get back into them. God, what a ugly.
Do we have to?
It just got punked, dude.
They got Debo'd.
And then today, who the hell's going to play today?
Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo didn't even play great. He was 9-26. He still dropped 30 and 12 on your ass.
He still beat you up, though, even when he's not playing great.
There was one possession. Anthony Lamb was guarding him, and he got down so low, and Giannis said, give me the ball. And he just one dribble, two dribble, spin move, finger roll. I mean, it was just like,
he was trying.
Get this kid off of me.
Yeah.
I mean, I made a joke in the chat and no one responded to it. I was like, he's getting cooked so hard by Giannis, call him Anthony Euro, right? Like a Euro, gyro,
That was
right?
good.
No one responded, so I got to, toot my own horn.
I was locked into a television.
Yeah, I didn't see that one come through.
Tips.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
my Wi-Fi must have been off.
Yeah, I didn't see that at all. Let's go to Gabe in Oregon. Gabe, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. How are y'all?
Good, man. I can't complain.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, who can today? Look, Correa. No, look, he's a great player to have. He's definitely a start. I don't think we should stop. I think we definitely need to. If you ask me, I think we should just go after Rodon. Just step on the Yankees' toes like that. I know they want him.
Hey,
I think we want him more. I wanted to say one thing to you, Monte, about swagger.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Cueto had swagger.
He did have swag.
He did.
He did.
He was one person you missed out.
And we loved it.
He did.
Hey, and we loved that one, Gabe. We loved it. Go ahead, Gabe. Finish the call. But you're right. Cueto did have swag.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? Look, I don't want to get ahead of myself, and I'll end it right now. I really do believe this is probably, I don't want to get ahead of myself, like I said, but I think this is the beginning of the end for the Dodgers and their dominance. Like, who have they gotten so far? It's only Jason Hayward that they got?
Minor league deal.
I believe.
Yeah, minor league deal. They lost Cody Bellinger. They lost Trey Turner. Boy.
Still got Kershaw,
and Walker Buehler's going to be out, right?
Yeah, Walker Buehler is not going to be there at the start. So this is an opportunity, man. And look, they keep on trotting out. Obviously, they got Mookie, but they keep on trotting out, some of these guys. And Max Muncy, down year as well. So this could be an opportunity. They're kind of shaken up right now. They completely underperformed. And you talk about burnout after what they did. After what they did in the regular season and then to go out the way they did. So I think it's a tough time. Bonte, I got to say something, though, because I do feel, with me and you both being on the show, both being black men, I gotta address this 707 because the 707 essentially has a problem with what Filmo Mike said. And basically is saying if what Filmo Mike said about, black and brown players, if he had said that about white people, there would be a problem. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I have no problem with what Filmo Mike said. It's okay to want people to look like you on a team that you root for. That's essentially all he said. So if you want to keep texting and be upset about what Filmo Mike said, that's fine. But all he said was, it's kind of cool to have people that look like me on a team. Yeah. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
It's nothing wrong with that. But also I think Filmo Mike was saying, look, Filmo Mike grew up in our era where we watched the 89 Giants. We watched the 93 Giants. And yeah, Robbie Thompson and Will Clark and Matt Williams. I loved Matt Williams.
Right.
Hell, at one point, I loved Matt Williams more than Barry Bonds. Matt Williams was my guy, and he was white. I'm a black guy. But what the Giants represented was the city of San Francisco, a diverse community. You had Jose Uribe, all right? Later on, you had Jose Vizcaíno. You had Darren Lewis in center field. Later on, you had Marvin Bernard, all right? You had your Kurt Manwarings. You had your Rod Becks. You had a who's who. That's what the Giants were. Now, there's been less and less black players playing the game of baseball. I understand all that. Period. But you look at the Giants, that hasn't been a total representation of San Francisco. So that's what Filmo Mike was saying. It's good to see a little bit of everything. Right. Some flavor. We haven't had no flavor really in this clubhouse in a while since Johnny Cueto.
Exactly. And you know what? You know why it wouldn't be viewed as the same way if you said it the opposite way? Because you never have to say it.
Right.
You wouldn't. We would never. You're talking about a situation that you're never going to be in.
Yep.
So it's a moot point.
We love Buster Posey.
I had to say something.
We love Buster Posey, Brady Crawford.
We
They're
love
white.
everybody.
Like, stop.
You grow up, you have kids or whatever. Hey, I want to, I love Ken Griffey Jr. Right. It's cool. There's nothing wrong with that.
I love Jay Buhner.
Exactly. I fired up Jay Buhner as well. And Edgar Martinez on Ken Griffey Jr. baseball.
I don't care. If you're a baller, you're a baller. I'm going to love you. Don't care what color you are. 510. By the way, Bonte, we all here at Area 51 Nevada actually listen to 95.7 The Game all day, every day. We all Livermore employees that work here 70% of the time. Shout out Area 51. Shout out Area 51, Spadone.
We got aliens listening to us?
We do. We are the alien station.
Dude. UFOs, baby. Tapped in.
A lot of Giants fans on Mars, actually.
UFOs got the Odyssey app downloaded. How sick is that? They're next level. Damn. Area 51. Shout out Area 51. Shout out Xavier to San Francisco. Xavier, what's happening? You're on the roast. Xavier, going once. Going twice. All right, time for the injury report here on 95.7 The Game.
It's time for the injury report. That really hurts. Brought to you by Boxer & Gerson, Northern California's premier workers' compensation law firm, helping injured workers get their lives back for over 40 years.
All right, Andrew Wiggins. What the hell is going on with Andrew Wiggins? He's going to be out tonight. He's missed the last 3 games, actually 4 games. Tonight will make it 5 as he continues to heal from a right adductor strain. Tim Roy joined us yesterday and said the hope is that Andrew Wiggins will return to the court in the back half of the Warriors' 6-game road trip. And our friend Anthony Slater said yesterday reported that Wiggins will be reevaluated on Thursday ahead of their matchup against the Philadelphia 76ers this Friday. The injury report brought to you by Boxer & Gerson, Northern California's premier workers' compensation law firm, helping injured workers get their lives back for over 40 years. What's coming up in the game? Sponsored by Fremont Bank, full service banking, no compromises. Jeff Blum, the voice of the Houston Astros, is going to join us to break down Carlos Correa and discuss what type of player we are getting in San Francisco. That's coming up on the roast with Alex Styles and Bonte Hill. Alex Styles in for Shasky. He'll be back tomorrow. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
The Giants made a splash.
Correa deep to center field. Going back is Mullins and gone a home run.
Carlos Correa is a San Francisco Giant.
2-2, Correa out to left. This sends back a Rosarena. Take a look at the bullpen. Forget about it.
We're reacting with you on 95.7 The Game.
If you're considering remodeling your home in 2023, talk with your architect or designer about utilizing Golden State Window and Door for your upcoming project. Each location across the Bay Area features beautifully planned displays. You'll be surprised by the variety of styles. Their respected partners include Anderson, Milgard, Marvin, and many other top brands. For locations, images, and more, visit goldenstatelumber.com. Since 1954, Golden State. When you succeed, we succeed.
Business owners, you may be eligible to claim the Employee Retention Tax Credit, a payroll tax refund from the United States Treasury, applicable to businesses who kept employees on payroll during the pandemic. Contact Paychex to see if you qualify at paychex.com/ERTC. Paychex is proud to have helped more than 45,000 businesses secure over $9.2 billion in ERTC claims, an average of $190,000 per business. Paychex.com/ERTC.
Universal Studios Hollywood is where the holidays come together. We've tested it. Festive food with refreshing Coca-Cola. Family, friends, and fa la la. Dazzling lights cranked up to maximum merriment. The Grinch and his dog Max stealing your tree. All the science adds up. It's the awesomest celebration of the season. Save $20 on a Coca-Cola 2-day general admission ticket. Offer ends 12/14/22. Restrictions apply. Details at universalstudioshollywood.com/Coke offer.
Life doesn't stop when the economy is uncertain. The market might not care you have a wedding to plan or a kid to put through school. And inflation doesn't know you've got a family to feed. But Bank of America does and is here to help. With digital tools to help you save and local experts in the Bay Area, you can keep life moving forward the way you need it to. Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at BofA.com/San Francisco. Bank of America N.A. member FDIC equal credit opportunity lender.
'Twas almost the holidays and all over the state, not a creature was stirring, except for, well, Nate. He was panicked in need of a really good gift. Nate's a procrastinator, if you catch my drift. So off he dashed to the closest store, and there found holiday scratchers galore. Now Nate won't get a lump of coal, unless he burns the holiday casserole. Yes, scratchers from the California Lottery are great, especially for Mr. Procrastinate. So when it's time to get your gift shopping out of the way, try scratchers. A little play can make your day. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 years or older to purchase player claim.
Tune in to 95.7 The Game for Warriors Live, 60 minutes before tip-off of every Warriors game. Brought to you by Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi. Unbeatable internet, only from Xfinity.
If you own a business, this has been a bumpy ride. From pandemic to inflation, I'm sure you could use a break. If your business has 5 or more employees and survived COVID, you might be eligible to receive a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. The challenge is getting your hands on it. Hi, I'm Howard Mackler, and that's why I founded GetRefunds.com to cut through the red tape and get you that money. The team of tax attorneys we have put together are highly trained in this little-known payroll tax refund program. We do all the work, charge not a dime up front, and simply share a percentage of the cash that we get for you. Businesses of all types qualify, including those who took PPP, nonprofits, and even those that had increases in sales. We have helped return over $1 billion to businesses, and we can help your business too. Just go to GetRefunds.com and answer a few questions. This payroll tax refund is only available for a limited period of time. Don't lose out on up to $26,000 per employee. Go to GetRefunds.com. That's GetRefunds.com.
What's up, San Francisco? If you're a fan of the team, which I'm sure you are, you've been following Christian McCaffrey light up the competition. This season, Christian will be hydrating himself with Body Armor sports drinks. It has potassium-packed electrolytes, antioxidants, and no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or dyes. In fact, Body Armor has 820 milligrams of electrolytes per 16-ounce serving. Body Armor is the sports drink of choice for Christian McCaffrey. It's more than a sports drink. It's Body Armor sports drink. Available at your local Safeway.
End this year on a high note at Big O Tires year-end sale. Get great deals on name brand tires for cars, pickups, and SUVs. Plus, save on auto care services with financing options available on credit approval. Visit BigOTires.com for all year-end sale offers. Ends January 8th.
For whatever Christmas vibe you're feeling, the free Odyssey app has the music you're looking for.
Do they know it's Christmas time?
Celebrate the season with Odyssey with pop Christmas classics.
Women of Christmas, Alterna Christmas, R&B Christmas, Santa songs, and more.
Christmas is on the Odyssey app. Download it now. Search for holiday stations and celebrate the season with Odyssey.
That's AUDACY. Odyssey.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you 24/7 with supplies and solutions for every industry and access to product specialists ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi there, I'm your host, Dog, filling in for the human who's normally here and bringing you the smells and sounds of the holidays, courtesy of Beggin' Dog Treats.
We wish you a begging Christmas. We wish you a begging Christmas. Dog rest ye merry Doberman, let begging you acquire. Deck the halls with strips of begging. Arf, 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 arf.
Remember, for bacon-loving dog excitement this holiday,
It's begging!
So I switched to Boost Mobile and got this free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone.
Why do you think they call it the Galaxy?
Maybe because the Samsung Galaxy A23 has a huge screen, and galaxies are huge gravitationally bound systems of stars rotating around a supermassive black hole.
And the phone is free?
When you switch to Boost Mobile.
Cool. You lost me at gravitationally bound.
Switch to Boost and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. Limited time offer while supplies last. New customers only. Excludes tax. One device offer per line. Only available on certain networks. 5G not available everywhere. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMC FM at HD1 San Francisco. Always live on the free Odyssey app. It's time to wake up with a nice cup of morning roast. Featuring
Fillmore's finest, Monte Hill. The pride of the Excelsior, Joe Butcher Boy Shasky. You're listening to 95.7 The Game, the morning roast.
Oh, baby, we got action in the Bay Area. Carlos Correa signs a 13-year, $350 million deal with the Giants. Has your perspective changed on the Giants offseason? Has it changed on Farhan Zaidi? 888-957-9570. We'll get back to the phone calls. Also, the Warriors lose. The Milwaukee to start their 6-game road trip. They'll take on Indiana today. Here on the Warriors Wednesday, brought to you by SFO. Go to flysfo.com/holidays for your chance to win $1,000 towards a nonstop flight from SFO today. We got Alan Stiles in for Joe Shasky doing a hell of a job. Alan Stiles, we always love you here. You're a roaster now. You're an official roaster. Don't forget 957thegameshop.com. Go get some gear. Got all kind of swagger with the morning roaster. All kind of swagger. Shout out to YouTube, Xfinity Mobile text line, and of course Twitch. And good morning to everybody out there. All the engineers, all the plumbers, all the cops, CHP officers especially. Check those people driving the speed limit, man. Don't be driving over the speed limit, Alan. Don't do it.
I only got one speeding ticket in my whole life.
I've got 0.
Huh.
I'm still
good for you.
I've been lucky a couple times. Including yesterday. Let's bring in Jeff Blood, former major leaguer. He's played with the Expos, the Astros, the Rays, the Padres, White Sox, Padres again, and then back to the Astros and then the Diamondbacks. But now, he was a World Series champ with the Chicago White Sox, and now he's a color analyst with the Houston Astros, and he knows all about Carlos Correa. And by the way, Alan, you got to love it. Played his baseball. It's college baseball at the University of Cal Berkeley. You got to love that. What's up, Jeff? Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's always great being on with you guys and being on in the Bay Area. It's kind of funny that you mentioned Cal baseball because I just saw their schedule got released, and they're opening, amazingly enough, against the University of Houston down here. So I'll have a chance to see them start their season down here.
Now, you know what's funny, Jeff? That's awesome, by the way. And we're going to get to Carlos Correa. We will. I'm from San Francisco, and I still have a habit of saying Cal Berkeley. And a lot of Cal alum, they get mad at me and say, just say Cal. It's nothing. We don't say Cal Berkeley. Do you have a problem with that?
You know what's funny is I'm the guy that says, yes, I went to the University of California. I played at Cal, not Cal Berkeley, University of California, Berkeley. And my agent who went to UCLA, I give him the hardest time. I'm like, man, you went to that satellite school down there in L.A.?
No, it sucks to be a Bruin, no doubt about that. But let's get to business here. All right, Carlos Correa. We're going to get to the good, the bad, everything about him. What are the Giants getting from him when it comes to a hitter in the batter's box?
You know what? Just on the outside looking in, getting a guy like Carlos Correa, they wanted that superstar. They're going to get a guy who absolutely loves the spotlight. And from everything that we saw when he was in Houston, was a guy that was a number one pick overall in 2012 and wanted to be that guy. He already had the mentality of, I want to be the guy that everybody counts on. I want to be in the middle part of the order. I want to contribute. I want eyes on me because I know I'm good enough. And I want to go out there and produce in some of these, these more high leverage situations. So what you're getting in Carlos Correa is a guy that at the plate has 20 home run power minimum, even in a place like San Francisco where it can be a little bit tougher with some of the conditions, especially for right-handed hitters. But this is a guy who steps into the plate anticipating greatness, anticipating having a big moment. He wants the spotlight. He wants every pitcher to be on notice when he's in there. And he's always hyper-prepared. This is a guy who grew up in an organization that predicated itself on knowing what the pitcher was going to bring, commanding the strike zone, taking the walks when you can get them. But if that pitcher makes a mistake inside the zone, be ready to barrel it up and drive it. And Carlos Correa is one of the generational, I really feel this, he's one of those generational talents that by the end of his career will have that Hall of Fame type status because of his ability to be productive at the plate. It's just a matter of can he stay healthy enough to get as many at-bats as he needs to be able to put up numbers. But Carlos Correa is a unique, phenomenal, addition to the San Francisco Giants. Fans are going to be very happy to have him.
Well, let's dig more into that, Jeff, in terms of the injury history. 13 years, I think that might have given some fans cause to pause, albeit we're still happy about the move. How do you see that playing out? I mean, obviously there's no crystal ball, but do you think anybody else that was interested in Carlos Correa was worried or maybe didn't want to give that long of a time period because of the injury history?
Yeah, I think if you look at Carlos Correa and you're trying to negotiate a contract, one of the knocks or one of the possible negatives against Carlos would be that injury history that he's had. He's a tall shortstop at a legit 6'4", so bending over, picking up ground balls, playing a super athletic position like shortstop lends itself to the opportunity for maybe more injury. But at the same time, he did a very good job, I think, of working through that. In the COVID season, he played 58 of 60 games and also produced in the postseason. And then you see in 2021 and 22, he's playing 148 and 136 games. So I think he's done a very good job of developing and evolving as an athlete. He's learned how to protect himself in order to stay on the field longer. So I think that, the way things are trending, it kind of puts Carlos Correa in the position to say, yes, I know how to go out there and give you at least 140 games a season, because that's the expectation not only the organization has for him, that's the expectation he has for himself. And I also think, I'm also shocked by the length of these contracts. They're amazing to me, but part of me believes that the reason these contracts are extended a little bit for these guys that are 28, maybe playing into their age 40, 42 season, is the fact that you have the universal DH. So you can exhaust these guys, hopefully for the 5 or 6 years of these contracts. And if they don't develop and continue to play a high level defense, you can move them into that designated hitter spot and still create value in that sense towards the end of the contract.
Yeah, and just Jeff, going back to the potential, if you look at Carlos Correa's numbers, we compared it earlier to Bumgarner versus Clayton Kershaw. How optimistic should Giants fans be? Because if you look at it, he has all the tools, right? How optimistic should Giants fans be that Carlos Correa can put it together and it won't just be the flashes in the playoffs? We can see this throughout the regular season as well.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the big things. I think that he's still growing up as a ball player and learning his skills, like we just talked about, maintaining throughout the course of a season. And his postseasons have been prolific, with the Astros and what he's been able to do. But I agree with you in the sense, can he put together a season where he blows 30 home runs out of the ballpark and drives in 100? I think that might be the expectation now, that you are that one guy in the middle part of the lineup with this hefty contract. But I also think it's going to be on the Pete Putila, who came over from the Astros, running that ball club now. It's going to be on him to be able to put pieces around Carlos Correa to be complementary. and not just to protect him in a lineup, but to hit ahead of him and get on base and allow him the opportunity to drive in some of these runs. But knowing Carlos's mentality, he has a very good understanding of who he is as a ball player, and he has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder in the sense that he wants to go out there and be the guy that has earned this contract, is worthy of this contract. So his work ethic is already going to be there. But I think that he is also going to be able to go out there and produce because he is that guy. He wants to continue. He constantly, maybe not nationally, but underneath, when you have a chance to talk to him, he has the desire to be considered one of the greatest shortstops ever to play the game. And I think that's, really good motivation for a guy that is as talented as Carlos is.
We're talking to longtime color analyst of the Houston Astros, Jeff Blum, here on the Morning Roast on 95.7 The Game. Former big leaguer, of course, won a World Series with the Chicago White Sox, with the Cal, played his college baseball there, right across the water here at Berkeley. Jeff, you brought up Pete Patella, who got hired as the GM of the Giants. And that's interesting to me, and that's one thing Alan and I were talking about earlier today, was how much of an impact did Pete Patella possibly have in this signing? How close was he to Carlos Correa? How much of an impact did he have with that Astros rebuild where you guys started rebuilding and, of course, became the powerhouse you are today? Who was Pete Patella? How much of an impact do you think he had with this Carlos Correa signing?
I think he had quite a bit because there is history there. Carlos being drafted in 2012 and Pete Patella working underneath Jeff Luhnow for as many years as he did here with the Houston Astros, I think kind of speaks volumes to the idea that Pete maybe had a little inside track because there is that history, there's that knowledge. If anybody knows Carlos Correa as a human, as a ball player, as a physical specimen, going back to that injury talk, Pete was here with the Houston Astros when Carlos was working through some of those injuries as an Astro. So he has intimate knowledge of what Carlos has done, what he has worked through to get to this point. And he actually can probably do a very good job of projecting the value of a Carlos Correa because he does have so much knowledge. He has a lot of not just history with the data and analytics to go with Carlos, but he also has knowledge of the human being. And I think that's why Pete had the ability to go out there and feel comfortable enough to sign Carlos Correa to it. Obviously a high AAV, but also to that length of the contract too. I think it speaks to the relationship that he got those 13 years from a guy that he knows so well. Interesting. An annual value of $27 million. That's the annual average value for Carlos Correa's 13-year, $350 million deal with the no opt-out clause, full no trade clause. Giants get a guy. They finally get a guy. People here in the Bay Area happy after they struck out on Aaron Judge last week. Jeff, we thank you for the time. And by the way, you got the Astros, man. Maybe we'll see you in the World Series one day, man. You guys are still loaded despite losing Justin Verlander. You have a good one, Jeff. I appreciate it. Always good talking to you guys. Thanks for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Jeff Blum, longtime color analyst of the Houston Astros here on 95.7 The Game. And Pete Patella. I was talking to Ludman earlier, and Alan, we had this conversation. But, it's not – I'm not trying to throw digs at Farhan Zaidi. Farhan gets credit. Pete Patella gets credit. The organization gets credit for finally landing the big fish. 2 years from now, are we gonna care who landed Carlos Correa?
Well, no, and if you wanted to look at it like that, Farhan might have had something to do with bringing in Pete Patella. So either way,
there you go.
It's all connected.
It's all connected.
It
all
all comes
good.
back.
You get Carlos Correa.
We were talking about the AAV, and somebody on the text line earlier broke down per game.
Yeah, I saw that.
Per game, $166,000 per game. That. Why do we do that?
How cool would it feel? Just like, I just made 160 G's to play 9 innings. I went 0 for 4.
0 for 4.
I spent 160.
I want someone to break it down more. I want it broken down by the average pitches he'll see. How much did he get paid per pitch?
Per at-bat.
Per at-bat.
Jeez. He wore number 1 with the Astros and number 4 with the Twins. Wonder what number he'll get with the Giants. He's going to look sick in a single-digit number with the Giants.
Can't wait to see him in City Connect.
Number 5.
See why you had to go there. See, this is what, now that you're here, this is why when they put the names on the back of the cream jerseys, they ruin one of the best jerseys in all of baseball. Go back to the no names on the back of the jersey, please.
That's where you're at.
That's where I'm at. I don't like the names on the back of the jerseys. Those cream jerseys were so sweet. We had our own little tradition like the Yankees, like the Red Sox. No names on the back of the jerseys at home. And the whole excuse was, well, you got a bunch of no-name players. People want to know who it is. There's a video board that has the names on the jersey. If you're at home, it says their name when they come at the at-bat. If you don't know the names of the players on your own team, they're not really a fan.
Well,
and I can't help you.
Last year, I couldn't blame you if you didn't know the names.
But see, that would have been fun. It would have been a fun guessing game.
I was still
Who's
guessing.
number 18?
I saw the names. I saw the names. I still had to look it up.
Gosh.
I still had to Google it. No, I don't necessarily. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me either way. I could have went with the names. I could have went without them. But I understand why some people have. Nobody's going to have a stance that you really wanted the names, but people are going to have a stance like you. Please don't add the names. So I feel you. It just doesn't bother me.
One more bat, and the Giants are really cooking. One more bat, and they're cooking.
Benintendi?
Go get Benintendi and Joey Gallo. I know Joey Gallo has a terrible average, terrible on-base percentage. I just want a threat of a thumper who doesn't have to play every day.
Right.
Could you imagine Joey Gallo in batting practice hitting balls in the water?
Well,
in a game.
And we talked about it earlier. We read off the current lineup. There is no protection for Carlos Correa.
Right, before we get to the calls here, Josh TCE, I want you to read that lineup again for everybody who missed that lineup. Alan Styles has his projected Giants lineup for the 2023 season as of now. Go ahead and read it off.
Lamont Wade Jr. leading off. Wilmer Flores, 2-hitter. J.D. Davis, 3. Carlos Correa, 4. Yastrzemski, 5. Haniger, 6. Bart, 7. Peterson, 8. Estrada, 9. Now, after we read this off, we realized we left off Crawford. So I guess at that point, I guess you're going to put Crawford at shortstop. You move Correa
to third.
JD, I really like JD Davis's bat. I mean, he's going Oppo Taco in Oracle Park. That's impressive.
Right.
To me, flip a coin between JD Davis and Flores at first base.
All right.
And that's it. Somebody
lineup's not bad.
It's not great.
It's not great. It's not quite sexy yet.
There's no protection. And don't forget, you have the DH. So Peterson, he's not going to DH. Definitely not off left.
Marco Luciano getting called up next season?
I don't think so, but I do think that Kyle Harrison will, because he's a pitcher and it happens faster. Shout out De La Salle, by the way.
De La Salle. They lost to Lincoln in
San
Diego.
NorCal got destroyed.
Yeah, they lost all 5 games down there in SoCal. Damn it. But shout out Sarah. Shout out De La Salle. Shout out San Ramon Valley. Shout out McClymonds. Shout out Pitt.
At least they got there.
At least you got there.
Yeah, so I think Kyle Harrison makes it up next year. Marco Luciano.
Hold on real quick. Shout out Lincoln High School in San Francisco. Coach Farino is blowing me up. Hey, you got the Balboa coach on the air last year. When are you going to get me off for my interview for winning a state championship at Turkey Day? Don't worry, Coach Farino. Remember, you coach at Lincoln. I'm a Washington guy. We don't care about the Mustangs, all right? All right? Leave me alone.
Let him on.
I still love you.
Let him on.
Maybe.
You're talking about Marco Luciano. We've had some people on the night show, and the consensus is there is talk about Marco Luciano not playing shortstop. And I heard the drop. Yes.
No, we got it. We got it. The way you were flexing last time, you were on the roast.
Well, I don't think I can. I don't think I can beat that one. But I could, because I can't media flex to you, because you really do this.
No. So since we're here, we're gonna get to the calls. Get back to Correa. I was listening driving into Chase Center Saturday. I was listening to 95.7 The Game, believe it or not. During my days off, I still listen.
Oh.
And it was Alan Styles and Evan Giddings on the air.
That's right.
And Alan came in, and he was talking about his outfit, being at the media center, being at Chase, having his credential, what he was going to do with this credential, how he was going to show stop at Chase. And I said, listen to this young man. I feel him. My first time ever getting a press pass was the Emerald Bowl. Cal Miami. I went on the field, man. You couldn't tell me nothing. I took a picture with the Miami Hurricane cheerleaders. I took a picture in front of the Sports Center sign. I was doing it all. But you was flexing hard Saturday afternoon. Hard.
Can I be honest with you? So I'm doing all that flexing. We get into the post-game press conference. And you know how you flag somebody down to ask a question, make awkward eye contact with the guy. And he's like, looking at me like, you want to ask a question? I chickened out, man. I'm not ready,
Who was it,
man.
Steve Kerr up there?
It was Steve Kerr. He looked at me. I'm like, and that's my guy. That's my guy.
Your guy. You should have
That's
had
my
Alan
guy.
Styles. You should have got the microphone. Hey, Coach Kerr, Alan Styles, 95.7 The Game. We talked the other day.
We chatted.
On 95.7 The Game. We chatted. I asked you a couple questions.
I chickened out, man.
Oh, man.
I'll be back.
Might not get a pass again. Might not get. But hey, Spinola Lubman, you see how my guy plays? Spinola Lubman does the same damn thing too. He flexes at the Giants. Hey guys, he'll send us audio. I talked to Gabe Kapler today. I asked Farhan Zaidi a couple questions. It's like, okay, that's what we're doing now.
He had the last question to Tom Brady this past week. Sam Lubman.
No way.
I did. Yeah, I wrapped up his press conference.
We have that audio. We have that.
We'll tease it. We'll get that out of.
Get that audio. I want to hear
that.
the question and the answer. This is unbelievable. Lubman shoots his shot. I give him that. He strikes out all the time, especially with the ladies on a Saturday night. But hey, it's all good. Josh in San Francisco. What's happening, Josh?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on, Josh?
Hey, short time listener here. I just moved to San Francisco from Memphis, Tennessee at the end of July.
Shout out Memphis.
Love listening to you guys, man. Vontae, you and Guru are probably my favorites, if I'm allowed to say that. Love y'all.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
But, man, I'm excited about the signing of Carlos Correa. I think it's going to be awesome to go to the games and be able to see a star player. Oracle Park is beautiful. You guys got me hyped up about Aaron Judge. It kind of was a gut punch when he didn't sign. But I understand, but what y'all were saying a couple days ago about it being hard to sign free agents here in SF, I didn't really understand that. I think SF is a beautiful city. I was in New York in October, and I don't know. I think SF is a lot better than New York.
Yeah.
I just wanted to call and say that. I appreciate you.
Hey,
guys.
Josh, we appreciate you moving from Memphis and listening to us on the Odyssey app, man. That means a lot, Josh. Thanks so much for the call, and thanks for listening to 95.7 The Game. And I don't know why Farhad even just, if you felt like that, don't say it. You don't need to say it. Just keep that. It's just not. Like 24 hours ago, the PR hit he took, like everybody at NBC Sports Bay Area yesterday was like, why did he say that?
Yeah.
Everybody was down off Farhad. Mark Willard, for crying out loud, is the biggest apologist when it comes to Farhad Zaidi we have. And he was even down on Farhad.
Yeah.
I was down on him a little bit, yes. I was very disappointed in Farhan yesterday.
No doubt.
Terrible timing. I mean, people say you got to have a feel. You come out with quotes like that, you have no feel.
You have no feel.
No feel. And look, the first thing that people say, the same thing that Raheem Mostert said. Well, it got taken out of context. Yeah, but you allowed it to be taken out of context because you said it. Nobody made you say it. Now, did they cut stuff and make sure that it looked maybe worse than it actually was? Yes, but that's what they do. You got to get people to click on stuff. So, but again, Bonte, we might have been talking about it even more. That might have been a full segment if that didn't happen last night. Now it just gets 5-10 minutes.
It gets 5-10 minutes. And all of a sudden, like Lloyd told Harry in Dumb and Dumber, you should know how to redeem yourself.
Yeah.
And Farhan redeemed himself. Whether or not he really did redeem himself, whether or not it was Pete Patella
just give him the
or Larry
win.
Bear,
Just
you
give
know
him
what?
the win.
You get your flowers this morning. Carlos Correa, TC, San Francisco. What's up, TC?
Hello.
What's up, TC?
Oh, hey. So I'm just so excited about this. Correa signing over Josh.
Why is that?
Correa's had 20 home run average in 6 years, and he's great on defense, and he's just getting better, and he's young.
There you go. Are you going to get that jersey?
Yeah. But you know what's more important?
What's
There's
that?
a World Cup going on right now.
Oh, well, not right now. It still starts till 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. We got Morocco, France.
Well, France is going to destroy Morocco.
Hey, that's fine. Hey, you know what? Go Mbappe, TC. Go Mbappe. And you know what? I'm rolling with Messi. All my teams are in the Final Four. Croatia, Argentina, France, Morocco. I can't lose at the Final Four of the World Cup.
You took every single team.
No, I took every single team except for Iran and U.S. I didn't take Senegal. Shout out Africa. I figured they'd come up short.
What does that mean, take them?
I mean, like, those are my rosters. You know what I'm saying? We
Okay.
had all our favorites, all our picks. So I picked a lot of teams.
You picked a lot of teams.
It is what it is.
Cast out a lot of bait. Might catch something.
There you go.
I
caught me a Final Four, baby, with all my teams. Actually, I jumped on Morocco when they beat Portugal. So
Bonte has 10-way citizenship, so.
There you go. Passport gets a lot of stamps.
He's the real Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
Hey, 17-day
Die.
Europe extravaganza, baby. Talk to me. E in San Jose, what's happening? E.
Hey, what's up, gentlemen?
What's
Good
up?
morning. I wanted to let you know, about a week ago, I called in pretty bummed out to Willard and Dibs and told them, hey, I'm not going to believe anything I hear about any Giants signing until it's confirmed by anybody but whoever the guy was. Was it Jeff Passan who or no,
Jeff Passan, ESPN.
came and decided to and as soon as I saw that and it get retracted, I was like, no judge. But it was a pipe dream anyways. But all my friends are saying, oh, now they paid a guy until he's 42 to be a shortstop. I'm like, first of all, nobody's going to care about this contract when this dude is 40 years old because he's going to be a DH. But I keep retorting to my friends, yeah, you're right. They should have offered him 10 years and watched him be a Cub or a Yankee or, God forbid, a Dodger or a Padre.
Right.
The Giants are going to have to overpay like this for the first couple of guys to make this a place people want to come to in terms of the roster. And then they'll be able to start offering the regular contracts, which sounds ridiculous because we're talking about $300 million
No doubt.
in years. But
No doubt. Hey, it's a big move, E. Thanks for the phone call. We'll keep it moving. 888-957-9570. Your final thoughts on Immortals. We got Alan Styles' final thoughts on Carlos Correa signing. We got the Warriors and Pacers. Oh, I got to look at the injury report. Who's in, who's out. They get pummeled by the Bucks. We got Purdy Mania tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Hat and T-shirt game in Seattle.
That game is going to be crazy, man. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now.
You a little worried for the Niners?
Not really.
You believe in the Purdy, even without Debo?
We're going to know a lot more about all this hype, the hype beast, the hype train. We're going to know a lot more about the Niners situation and Brock Purdy as a quarterback after Thursday.
Ooh. Can't wait. More coming up on the roads. Brought to you by Fremont Bank, full service banking, no compromises, and Lucky California.
This holiday season, Lucky California helps you save. On sale this week, beef ribeye roast bone-in whole, sold in the bag, is just $5.99 a pound. Eat, drink, and save at Lucky California.
The Giants made a splash.
Correa deep to center field. Going back is Mullins and caught a home run.
Carlos Correa is a San Francisco Giant.
2-2, Correa out to left. This sends back a Rosarena. Take a look at the bullpen. Forget about it.
We're reacting with you on 95.7 The Game.
Universal Studios Hollywood is where the holidays come together. We've tested it. Festive food with refreshing Coca-Cola. Family, friends, and fa-la-la. Dazzling lights cranked up to maximum merriment. The Grinch and his dog Max stealing your tree. All the science adds up. It's the awesomest celebration of the season. Save $20 on a Coca-Cola 2-day general admission ticket. Offer ends 12/14/22. Restrictions apply. Details at universalstudioshollywood.com/Coke offer.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Fast just got a whole lot faster. Xfinity has the fastest internet with up to 6 gig speed. Plus, Xfinity Mobile is the fastest mobile service with 5G and millions of Wi-Fi hotspots. You heard that right. Xfinity just increased internet speeds again. And Xfinity Mobile gives you can't catch me speeds. The fastest internet, the fastest mobile service, and major savings? Can't argue with the facts. Now through December 21st, new customers can get 1.2 gig internet plus Xfi Complete with unlimited data and Wi-Fi equipment included. It's just $50 a month for 2 full years with no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Plus, get $200 back. Go to Xfinity.com/faster. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
No one knows where this market will go. Things could change tomorrow, next week, or next month. At Merrill, we've been here before, and history shows this is the time to stay focused on your future. Because through every market, the bull will always have your back. Find an advisor in the Bay Area at ml.com/bullish.
Merrill, a Bank of America company. What would you like the power to do?
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, registered broker-dealer, registered investment advisor. Member SIPC, a wholly owned subsidiary of Bank of America Corp.
Christmas time is here, and so are all the greatest deals on power tools at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet. Enjoy 12 days of deals on all your favorite brands starting December 12th. Grab free batteries with tons of Makita products and more of this year's greatest deals. Save $100 on a Makita 18-volt rear handle circular saw and take home 2 free batteries to top it off. Stop by Fasteners Inc. at 2897 Monterey Road, December 12th through the 24th, or shop online at fastenersinc.net.
Cache Creek Casino Resort is the place for the biggest names and the very best in live entertainment. On January 22nd, don't miss the multi-talented actress and singer Tsai Chin. Then be there on January 28th when the legends of Motown take the stage. This is your time to cash in at Cache Creek Casino Resort. Find tickets and see our full lineup at cashcreek.com.
Kirby is your driveway mechanic. They bring the shop to you with brake replacements, oil changes, washes, and so much more. Get $50 off your first oil change with code OIL50 at Kirby.com. That's CURBEE.com and use code OIL50.
'Tis the season for big savings on HP Tech at Staples. This week, save $100 on an HP Smart Tank 7301 refillable printer. The HP Smart Tank makes printing worry-free with up to 2 years of HP original ink included. From black and white docs to color prints, this wireless printer allows ultimate flexibility for busy families. And now save even more when you bundle an HP printer, PC, and monitor. The latest tech solutions are at Staples, the working and learning store. Offer good in-store and online. Ends 12/17.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
San Francisco, patchy fog this morning, highs in the low 50s.
Weather brought to you by Macy's. It's Macy's Gifts You'll Love to Give sale with great gifts like coats, beauty sets, and toys. Plus, get $10 in Macy's money for every $50 spent now through Thursday at Macy's.
Get fast, reliable speeds at home and on the go with internet and mobile from Xfinity. Now through December 21st, new customers can get 1.2 gig internet plus X-Fi Complete with unlimited data and Wi-Fi equipment included. It's just $50 a month for 2 full years with no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Plus, get $200 back. Go online, call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
What's it like going against this 49ers pass rush and the pressure they had on you today?
They were good. They got a good rush. They got great players. They got a good rush. They got great linebackers. Got a good scheme. I can see why they're the number one defense. We obviously, we didn't do a good enough job in any area of our offensive to score enough points. And I'll go out this week and try to do a lot better job than I did today.
The Morning Roast is live on YouTube right now. Take it away, Bonte.
Steph, what's happening? I've got nothing on Sam Lutman. That was Sam Lutman, producer Sam, asking Tom Brady a question. The last question of the presser.
What's it like going against this 49ers pass rush and the pressure they had on you today?
I'm not mad at that.
Fighting through adversity right there. Much like a young Tom Brady.
Dude, not bad. Not bad. He got a great answer. That, my friends, is how you ask a question. I could take notes from that. So my questions become 50 seconds, they get long. That's how you ask a question, Alan.
I need to take some notes from Sam. I got to ask a question, period, first. Then I can ask a good question.
You froze up.
I froze.
Sam has shot a shot with Gabe Kapler.
Yeah.
He shot a shot with Farhan Zaidi. What was the question he asked Farhan, Sam?
I asked him about the gap between the Giants and the Dodgers and how confident you feel they can close it, and his response was, "That's a very fair question, Sam." And then he went on with his answer.
You said your name?
Yeah, you did. My whole 3-letter name.
He did. Then Baggerly did a follow-up on Sam's question right after. Look at that.
I made a career basically of setting up Andy Baggerly.
Damn. Maybe it's your new Bay Area beat writer. Get Sam Lubman out there. Give my man a raise.
Is this a Flex Friday or what?
It's a flex. We know Sam Lubman ain't no punk. He's ditched the feelers, and he's out here asking the hard-hitting questions that the fans want.
I learned
from the fans need.
I learn from the best, Bonte. I watch you every day, and it's just like, you know what? That's the greatness I need to strive for.
Well, it's like, let me watch this clown and see what not to do.
Man, now I'm upset.
I mean, you should be disappointed.
Now I'm upset with myself.
I mean,
I went B-Rabbit.
You went B-Rabbit. 8 Mile.
He's choking.
You went B-Rabbit. My man's asking Tom Brady, what's up, man? That pass rush. What's happening, Tom?
Damn. Against this 49ers pass rush and the pressure they had on you today.
I feel like shedding a tear right now, man. That's my producer, man. That's my producer. Sam Love, man. That's my producer, man. I'm so proud of him. Guys out there writing articles. Wow.
It's beautiful.
Just wait till he gets back to Oracle Park for that Carlos Correa press conference. Oh, it's going to be his finest hour.
I'm looking forward to that Zoom link that's going to be sent out hopefully some point today.
No, you're going to be live in person, right?
Oh, no, I mean, the Giants been doing a lot of these their pressers over Zoom lately. So
this is the Giants. You need to listen to us. You need to listen to Al and I. You need to listen to Love and Spinoni. Listen. Like you did the Buster Posey presser over the Zoom, that didn't fly. You need to fly his ass out here, get him right there at 3rd and King, set up the chairs in front of the Willie Mays statue, and we need to conduct this presser. We need to be live and direct. No Zoom.
Gotta have the picture.
You gotta have the picture.
Gotta have the picture.
Gotta
with
have the jersey. You gotta have all that.
It's a big day.
It's a huge day.
I mean, if you're Farhan, isn't that what you want? I'd say, look, if you're willing to come out here, we really want you out here. I need these pictures. I need to keep this energy right now.
Man.
Gotta win the big days.
Shout
out
win the
Matt
big days.
Nahikian.
Are we winning a big day today? Alan, big day for the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Your perspective changed on the offseason? Has it changed on Farhan?
Not so much on Farhan. Again, he did prove that he's willing to go for the big fish if he deems it necessary. But in terms of the Giants and the outlook of this team, it's changed immensely. I mean, just going into yesterday, even though we read off this lineup, you look at it like this. If the bar is pretty low, even if you read that lineup and you say, man, I mean, it's better, that's where it should end. It's better. And it's a lot better. That's it. You know, because before you had this lineup without Carlos Correa. So those are some dark days. So
just think about how we felt at 7 p.m. last night about the Giants.
Yeah.
And then an hour later, how we felt.
Exactly. You can ask for more, just like you have been, Bonte, but they have done everything that they can do. We talked about it at the top of the show. The more I talk to people that aren't in the Bay Area, the more I think that Aaron Judge never really planned on coming to the Giants. Maybe $400 million pulls him.
Right.
We don't know. And I guess the argument was, well, let's at least see. You go out, you get somebody at a premium position. Right field is not a premium position. Shortstop is. You go out, get somebody younger at a premium position. Yes, he's had some injury issues, but ultimately you needed a foundational piece in this lineup, and you have it. And you have it, and you got time. Okay, we might not have Luciano for a while. We might not have Kyle Harrison until maybe the end of this season, but you got him for 13 years. It's the Padres model, and the Padres haven't won it yet, but it's the start of something. You got to start somewhere, Bonte.
You have to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere.
So what type of player are we getting here? Let's start with the defensive metrics here when it comes to Carlos Correa. What type of defender is he at the shortstop position?
Well, he's, like Like Jeff said, he's a solid 6'4", a lot of range, got a hose for an arm, an absolute cannon. So defensively, he is a shortstop. This is not a situation like Tatis is being moved all around. You're not moving Carlos Correa. Now, when he gets a little bit older, could he get moved to third? Again, bigger frame. Probably, but I think he is a shortstop. I see you on the text line 415 who's playing shortstop, Crawford or Correa. I think they give Crawford, his swan song, and he plays shortstop, and Correa plays third, then he moves over. Which, by the way, you got to keep an eye on that stuff because people always say that, but how often does it come true? Manny Machado, when maybe not with the Padres, but with the Orioles, the whole time it was, hey, we're going to get you over to shortstop. And I forget who was at shortstop for the Orioles, and it just never happened.
J.J. Hardy? Was it J.J. Hardy?
Might have been.
From the Brewers?
Whoever it was, he was supposed to eventually be moved on, and that just didn't happen.
Right.
I don't see that happening with Carlos Correa because what happened is Manny Machado ended up moving. He was with the Dodgers for that quick stint, and now all of a sudden, okay, well, you played third again. Now all of a sudden you're a third baseman. I don't see that happening with Carlos Correa because I don't see the Giants extending Crawford. Or to be honest, and we love our Bay Area guy. We love our Bay boy Crawford. To be honest, it was J.J. Hardy. Yeah, and that's kind of what it was. It was always for somebody else. To be honest, we saw some cracks in the boat with Brandon Crawford at shortstop this year. So even this is the swan song. I'm not saying he's going to retire. I have no clue, but I don't think he's going to be playing shortstop for anybody after this year.
Carlos Correa, the bat. He's never hit more than 26 home runs, but he does have power.
He's got a lot of power. He's got a lot of power potential, and he does have potential. That's the thing, the potential to hit for average. If in today's game, we know the three true outcomes. In today's game, you'd rather sacrifice whatever 20, 30 points of an average to get maybe 5 more home runs, and I think you're still going to see that. And I think he has the oppo power to, if those balls aren't necessarily getting out every time, he's going to have a ton of doubles.
No doubt.
He can hit the ball all around the field. So I think, again, a staple piece, you can bat 2 through 5. Now, it's wherever, and what they might do with him early on is they might move him around based on who else is hot. Because he's got to be protected.
He does have to get protected.
If you're a pitcher, okay, who do I have to worry about?
And if you're a Giants fan who is pessimistic about this signing, think about it. Last year he played 136 games. 152 hits, not bad. 22 home runs, 64 RBIs. 291 batting average, but only 22 home runs, 64 RBIs. Not a lot of production when it comes to power numbers. But the slugging was big. The on-base percentage, over 830. So that's back-to-back years he's had an on-base percentage of at least 834. That's a positive. 279 in 2021, 291 last year. He's 28 years old. Like you mentioned, he needs protection. I want more. But maybe this sets up, now you have a piece. And if you play, say if the Giants win about 88 games this year and they get a wild card spot. They lose in the first round. We'll all be disappointed. But at least you look more attractive to Shohei Ohtani.
Yes. You got to make strides.
The Giants they didn't look attractive to Aaron Judge. He looked at that roster, and everybody's talking about 2024 and the prospects. Well, Carlos Correa is like, you know what? I'm 28 years old. I'll sit through a rebuilding year. I know this is my organization. I'm the leader here. I'm going to set the tone. I'm going to be the spokesperson. I'm the face of the franchise. At least now you look more attractive for future free agents. So that future free agent I'm looking at now is Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
Why stop here with Carlos Correa?
Well, and, that's the thing. Carlos Correa and Aaron Judge, they're just at different places in their career. Aaron Judge, you might make the argument, a reason he didn't want to leave is because they've gotten so close to winning the World Series.
And he wants to win that series with the Yankees.
He hasn't been able to do it. And Correa already has the ring. One thing, Bonte, that we haven't talked about, and I just don't think it's being talked about enough, the end of the shift. The end of the shift. I mean,
Good point.
I don't think it. I mean, look, we were joking about Brandon Belt earlier. Brandon Belt without the shift. Does that make it look any better?
Oh, you got to be athletic with it. That's the thing. With no shift, the teams that are not athletic are going to get exposed. A lot of people's range is going to get exposed. How good of a fielder are you really without the shift?
Right.
It's a big point, and Carlos Correa is athletic.
Right.
At least in the field. But does that hurt him? Because the Astros did a lot of shifting, right?
They did, but I don't think it'll be a problem for Carlos Correa. I think some of the other spots. I'm not picking on you, Wilmer Flores, but I think that could be a spot where you might see some cracks. But again, he might be at first base. I think offensively, though, what could the end of the shift do for a guy like Mike Yastrzemski, who all he does is just hook the crap out of the ball every single at bat? Those are hits now.
Those are hits now.
Those are hits now.
That's a good point. It's a good point. Here's what Will Clark had to say about he was offered a solution for the Giants after missing out on Aaron Judge. Here's what Will Clark said last week.
If they do go after Correa, not only does, you got to have a talk with Crawford about playing third, because you cannot waste him. You can't put him as a DH. Peterson's going to be DHing, and some of the other guys that are on the bench are going to be DHing. So, Crawford's going to want to play every day. He's an everyday guy. So, you got to talk to him about playing third and maybe even shortstop. Second base. I'm sorry. Maybe get a little different look from the other side of the diamond. Another thing, too, is if you're going to go after Correa, talk to him about maybe playing a little third and flip-flop back and forth. Crawford played 2 games at short, Correa 2 games at third, and then flip-flop. So there's a way to keep both of those guys in the lineup at the same time.
That was Will Clark on Damon Arado last Friday. Here's what he said if the Giants did sign Carlos Correa.
Correa's a great player, don't get me wrong. And he's got a lot of good years ahead of him. But then we also got Brandon Crawford, who's a consummate Gold Glover. I know Brandon. I know him extremely well, and he wants to bounce back, from his offensive season this last year and, prove that he still has it, too, as well. So if, they do go out and sign Correa, well, then what's Crawford got to do? He's got to suck it up and go to third base. So, it's going to be an interesting next few weeks and see where this organization goes.
He's got to suck it up and go to third base. Suck it up and go to third base.
If you are paying this guy a premium, as you want him at a premium position.
Right.
But at what cost, Ponte? At what cost? I mean, is it that bad? I mean, yes, it would be nice if Crawford got the Derek Jeter treatment.
Right.
But what do we say now? Derek Jeter should not have been playing shortstop at that time.
Right.
All the metrics showed it. He was not a good shortstop at the end of his career, but the Yankees just felt like he should have that respect.
I'm okay with Correa playing third base or second.
It's 1 year.
It's 1 year. It's 1 year. I'm okay with Crawford because I like seeing Jeter at shortstop to end his career with the Yankees. Wasn't great, but as a Yankee, I bet you Yankee fans are like, you cannot move Derek Jeter. You keep him. You keep him at shortstop.
Yeah.
No matter what. And I'm there with Crawford. Let's let him run it out at shortstop.
That's how I feel. How interesting / bad of a look would it be if he got moved to third, then last home game, they put him at short? You're out on that. I think I'm out on that.
Yeah, I let him play short.
Yeah.
Let him play short.
But if he struggles, or what could happen
you have the conversation, say, yo, this is not working out.
Yeah.
We got to make a move.
I can't see him struggling that bad, though.
Yeah, no, I don't either. I think he has a bounce back here.
Yeah.
That's what Carlos Correa, though. He was on MLB Network. What was this, MLB Network, Spadoni, or Fox Sports, when Carlos Correa was breaking down the analytics of baseball?
That was on the TBS or MLB on TBS during the postseason.
During the postseason, yeah. I thought Correa did a phenomenal job on television. He looked like a natural. Here's what he had to say, basically explaining his understanding of analytics.
With the old school, it was average, home runs, RBIs. So everybody look at that and judge a player based on those stats. Now, there's a lot more information out there. Now, it's all about projection. So how do you project a player? Play discipline is very important. WRC Plus takes into consideration the ballparks you play in, the league you play in, the quality of contact, your play discipline, just about everything in just one stat. So when GMs, when front offices, when they look at stats, they want to look at WRC Plus for a hitter, OPS Plus, and WOBA. Those are the most important stats right now in baseball. Those are the new triple crown, as we like to call it back in the day. It's not average home runs anymore. So when I'm in the clubhouse with the players, I make sure I tell them, hey, home runs are nice. If you can hit as many of them, hit them. But also focus on your play discipline. Get on base. Hit the ball hard. That's the key of the game.
I like that. I like that. He further explains the analytics here.
When I go into a clubhouse, right, and the first thing I tell a player is, hey, you want to make X amount of money, And at that point, you already got him, right? And then you start explaining the analytics and how GMs think and what they look at, right? Because at the end of the day, they're the ones giving us the contracts. The owners, the GMs, they're the ones making the decisions. So we got to play to what they like, to what they want to see, to what they look forward in a player to help them win championships. And those are the stats, WRC plus, WOBA. And the WOBA is so important because it's weighted on base average. It takes into consideration how much you get on base, right? It's very important. It's 1.8 more important than the slugging. You cannot steal a walk. You cannot steal a walk. You can hit a ball at 110, at 15 degrees, and it can get caught. When you have the plate discipline, doesn't matter if the contract is 10 years, 5 years. If you have the plate discipline like a guy like Joey Votto, a guy like Mike Trout, you're always going to have success because when you're going 0 for 10, there is 5-6 walks in between, so your OPS is staying pretty much the same. Now, when a guy doesn't walk and doesn't have the plate discipline, when he goes on that 0 for 15 slump, there's no walks in between. So that OPS is just crashing down right away. So you want a guy that has the plate discipline because even when the ball is not falling and you're not getting lucky, you're still getting on base, and your stats, OPS plus, all that, is staying the same.
That blew me away.
He sounds like a coach.
That
When I
blew
go
me
into
away.
a clubhouse, oh.
This guy's only 27 years old?
Yeah.
Blew me away. And he's going to teach the youngsters that plate discipline is the most important. WOVA, WRC plus. It's a new Triple Crown. It's interesting. That was very, very interesting to hear that from a player, Alan.
I do, obviously, I love my baseball. I do miss the old Triple Crown, though.
I do. Home runs, RBIs, hits, right? Average.
Now I'm out here Googling, trying to figure this stuff out. But he did break it down really well, though. He broke it down really well. And I saw on the text line, do you think Carlos Correa's walks go up? Because we were talking about the protection.
Right.
Definitely. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And like we said, he might not be a burner, but he's an average runner. And you're getting, somebody, a threat first to third, second to home.
Right.
So you're not going to want to just put him on base. There are certain guys you really don't care if you put on base. You don't really want to just put him on base just because. But you might take that over the home run if he has no protection.
Understanding what GMs want in baseball today and understanding what gets you paid. Now I'm understanding how Correa got 13 years at $350 million. And he bet on himself last year.
Right.
The Astros are like, hey, we got this young Pena kid coming up, and Pena was special.
He's nice.
He's very nice. Very nice. Astros just have an embarrassment of riches. But he basically bet on himself. He leaves the Astros. He signs with the Twins, 3 years, $105 million. Has a 1 year opt-out. 1 year opt-out. And Correa bet on himself. So he got the extra $35 million, and now he's got $350 coming to the bank. Or as some texter on the Xfinity Mobile text line pointed out, he's getting $160,000 a game.
A game.
Okay.
Somebody did ended up breaking it down by pitch. I think it's about, or at bat, I think it's about $12K.
Man, there's a lot of people in this country don't make that in a year.
No.
In 2 years. This dude's making it in a game.
By the way, just it is pretty crazy, this baseball money. And every time you ask, why do I feel like baseball has some type of Ozark thing going on? Because every time you ask, people just say TV deals.
Yeah.
TV deals.
Yeah.
What's going to happen when these TV deals, do they just last forever? Something stinks in terms of this money, man. It's ridiculous. It's all guaranteed.
Giants are giving out some money, too. Haniger could be 3 years, $43 million.
So we were talking about Crawford and moving Crawford. Text line, Xfinity Mobile text line is saying to move him, to not move him.
Right.
So we have outs above average here. The cumulative effect of all individuals' plays as a fielder has been credited or debited with making a range-based metric of fielding skill that accounts for the number of plays. Basically, how many more outs do you make than the average, right? Crawford last year was in the top 10. He was number 10 in outs above average. So he definitely is not a guy that you have to move at all. And, we compared him to Derek Jeter, completely different situation than Derek Jeter. Carlos Correa, by the way, was 26th out of all shortstops.
That's not good.
It's not great. That's just one metric. But,
it's not good.
And somebody else said on the Xfinity Mobile text line, Brandon Crawford doesn't play every day. So Carlos Correa is going to get that. That is a weird thing.
Right.
Because if you're going to play third for the season, are you going to put him at short when Crawford doesn't play? It feels weird to me.
Yeah. That does feel weird. I think you keep him at third, and if you don't play him at third, you DH him.
Right.
But who's your backup shortstop if Crawford doesn't play shortstop?
Well, Tyro. Off the top of my head, Tyro. Yeah. If you're going to have him play third, just have him focus on third for the year.
It's a big shortstop, too. Carlos Correa, 6'4", 220. They usually don't last that long. A-Rod ended up moving to third base. Now, a lot of people said he should have been playing shortstop, not Jeter.
Right.
But he ended up moving. We just cited Manny Machado. He's now playing third base. Correa's probably like, dude, I got $350 million. I don't care whether or not I play short.
Maybe
He's already
Vontae,
won a Gold Glove.
He's already
won a Gold Glove as short.
It's a pride thing, though. And I got a buddy who, I played right field, he played center, and he won't let me live it down, man.
Really?
It's a pride thing.
Really?
Yeah. And it would be the same with short. I made you move to left. I made you move to second. It's a thing. Now, we weren't making $350 million.
Right.
So maybe it'd be less of a thing in that situation.
And Carlos Correa probably understands that Crawford has done a lot of historical things here in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But he would say, okay, we're agreeing on 1 year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Let's go to Paul in San Jose to wrap up the show. Paul, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
How are you guys? Good. I got a question for you. I would put Crawford at third base because didn't Cal Ripken Jr. play shortstop and then move to third base at the end of his career?
He did.
Yeah. And so I think I put Correa, which is a younger player, at shortstop and put Crawford at third base.
I'm not mad at that. You know what? And that's a conversation we're going to have at spring training. That's a question that's going to get peppered towards Carlos Correa in his introductory press conference. But it's a good problem to have. It's a good problem to have Carlos Correa in his dugout. And yes, RIP to the dabs, YouTube. No dabbing this year. We're pipping home runs. We're popping gold chains. We're walking down the first baseline. We're staring down home runs. That's what we're doing. We got swag now, Alan. Giants got some swag, baby. The dab is dead. Finally. It was dead in 2015. It's officially dead now in the Giants clubhouse. No more dabbing. Carlos Correa is coming to town, folks. 13 years, $350 million. Let's flex.